All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live show. We got Anthony Gonzalez Clark.
Hi, guys.
Yes. You guys haven't seen Anthony's work? Check it out. Beautiful. Oh, I'm not supposed to say beautiful. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah. Can you hold that back?
All right. I'll self-censor. No more saying beautiful. Oops.
Yeah. Sounds womanly. Let's see.
Your stuff is so manly, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
And I'll show you some stuff I'm working on with seasons in a little bit, because right now I'm on the clock, but I'm working on my thumbs and stuff. So and my art for work. Yeah, you don't have to share my screen or anything.
Okay. No worries. Well, when you're ready.
Yeah.
Then it takes the pressure off me.
Yeah, now it's just like trying to work on this thumb for one of the shows, and I guess Biden, he got accused of sexual harassment.
Oh, like recently?
Yeah. So, and I thought the woman's name is Tara Reid.
Okay.
But it's not the Tara Reid you're thinking of.
I don't know any Tara Reids.
Oh, the American Pie.
Okay.
I mean, that's the act. That's where she's
out of it. I don't know. I don't know these things.
All right. Fine.
I'm just drawing comics here. I don't follow politics hardly at all.
That was a movie. That was a comedy,
well, I know, but
like 20 years ago.
Yeah. I think I've seen it. I don't know. You can tell I don't care about so much stuff. Well,
yeah, I think it was funny when I was in high school or something, or when I was in middle school.
Yeah, you had like a whole series, wasn't there? Like American Pie 2 and 3,
and the American Wedding, and they did a whole thing of American Pie something. Okay. Yeah, and now
I skipped that one. I mean, all of them.
It's best that you did. It's best that you did. So now I'm just trying to find a picture that's decent. I mean, there's nothing. There's just all video, and I don't have any pictures of her. So now they're going to have to deal with a photo, like a screenshot of her face from a video here.
That's fine. You're good. They'll love it.
Yeah, they will.
Just dumb it down a little bit and.
Right. Let's see.
Well, welcome everybody in the chat.
Right. Yeah.
I see Justin Brubaker, and he said it again. Oh yeah, Facebook link. So you guys, this is ridiculous. I joined Facebook again, even though I railed against it for so long. Doug Knaple convinced me to try it one more time. It's no guarantee I'll stay on there. I won't answer any messages. No, but I made a Facebook page for myself and a page for cognitive drawing, and I'm live streaming there. I'm trying to broadcast live stream to Twitch, Facebook, everywhere.
Nice.
Just to hit all the spots. And, it's just because, I don't know, I've been convinced Facebook has like, a quarter of the Earth's population on it. So,
right.
I guess there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I reconnected with all my friends that I told I was never going to be on Facebook again. And most of them didn't have a clue that I was gone.
Funny.
Because I didn't pay to promote my posts to them.
No. Oh, did you ever try out that Amazon thing?
I haven't yet. I need to wait until I have the right things to do it with. Like once Phobos comes out in book form, I might try it then. Because I will want to promote the new books,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a promising thing. I just want to wait till it makes sense, because the things that cost money, I want to just make sure I'm doing it with something that I want to do it with.
Right.
Not just an experiment. I don't know. And that's part of the reason I'm on Facebook, is just to try to use their marketing stuff. I don't know. So I'm not going to be the one doing it. So again, it'll be another one of those. Let's see if this does anything.
Right.
But I do like the idea of restreaming everything everywhere.
So right now you're streaming on
Facebook and YouTube. Last time I streamed, I went to Twitch and YouTube, and I returned on my Twitch account. Apparently, it's still there, but and then I want to be able to do it on all of them at the same time, though. So if anyone's watching on Facebook, please leave a comment so I could see it. Make sure someone's actually watching. I think there's like 2 people that follow me on Facebook, so no one knows it's existing. Oh, let me give you my link. So if anyone likes Facebook, please don't go there unless you like it. Let me put in my handle. It's the Jason Brubaker. That's right. Jason Brubaker. Yeah, I only put that on Facebook. Let me put that on YouTube. Oh, check this out. I want to do. Where do I find it? I want to do like stuff like this for all my guests that come on regularly. So like, boom. So I have this like thing for me that shows my digital tools, where you can find my stuff, what I'm currently working on. And so like, I want to send everyone like a template who comes on my show a lot and say, hey, just make this.
Okay, cool.
And then, so if you're interested, if you want to make something like this.
Yeah.
Make it spiffy, and then I'll throw it up whenever people ask, "Who's this guy?"
Right. Do you get that? Do you get that a lot?
Well, yeah, like the people who come on a lot, everyone asks in the chat, "Where can I find your work?" And I could just go like, "Boom, right there. See that? That's what I do."
Yeah.
What do you use? What tablets are you using? Boom, right there. Right. What kind of pencils do you like? Boom. Paper, boom, and so I can do that for each guest. That's regular. Oh,
hello.
Here's Dave. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, what's up? What's up,
Not
YouTube?
much.
How's it going?
What's up, YouTube?
This is YouTube saying what's up back.
Do you have anything you're working on, Dave, that you can share screens with us?
I am currently doing dancing and jumping jacks in my little studio here that is filled with papers and boxes and all kinds of junk, as I've recently packed up a bunch of packages.
So you're just shipping.
Yeah. It is that time, but Jason, you know it well.
Yeah.
How do I must sound terrible on here. I'm just using I
No,
don't have a microphone hooked up.
Sound as good as can be.
Nice to meet Anthony.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, you and I have never talked.
Never. You have a Daydreamin'. See, I'm Daydream Continuum on YouTube, and you're Daydreamin' Dave. There's going to be a problem.
Daydreamin' Davey.
Or Daydreamin' Davey.
Well, I'm always daydreaming, so I've been doing it since '82. I think I have a trademark on it.
Oh, jeez.
No, Daydreaming Davey, of course, is a reference to the Nintendo video game.
Which, what year was that?
1906. I think my grandma told me about it. All right, now I'm going to warn you. I've got some papers, and there will be crinkling for a minute here.
That's fine. As long as you're not doing the tape thing that's like, yeah, every time you...
Oh, I did that last night.
I just drown out all other noise.
What are you two working on?
I'm working on Phobos right now.
And I'm
just try to do a spread every day.
Just real quick, are you getting any feedback from my microphone? Like
none. No, I don't hear anything.
Okay.
So, good.
If you do, just let me know and I'll plug in headphones.
And I'm at work, working on thumbnails for work.
Nice.
There you go.
Today, thumbnails.
And then I'll...
Exciting conversation. Sorry, this whole like streaming thing that I on my channel, it so much of the time it's just radio silence because we're all just working.
Right.
And I try to encourage that because I don't want people to have to like form like and make sure they're saying witty things.
In other words, Dave, just stop talking.
Stop talking. We just want to break screen. No, I just want everyone to feel comfortable just hanging out. That's what I want.
Well, I had some questions for you.
I love questions. Before you start, Anthony, I saw
geez.
some questions in the chat. Let me get to this before I lose track of them. Richard asks, is there any lag on any of the streams since you are streaming on 3 locations at the same time? I don't know.
Are you watching the Facebook and all the other videos right now?
I'm not on Twitch today. I have to kind of go back and forth because I need to upgrade if I want to be able to stream on more. And I'm trying to test to see just how badly I want to stream on Facebook and if people are there. And look, Eric's on Facebook. Yeah. Right. Eric, you've saved the day. I was about ready to cancel my Facebook page. Just joking. Okay. Oh, Alpha Protos has nuked Facebook last year. Don't nuke it. Yeah, I did the same thing, but now I'm back. Aaron's on Facebook too. See here and there and everywhere. All right, good. Well, it's working.
Cool.
I have located a large amount of bubble wrap.
Okay, Anthony, go for it.
So, let me try to see if I could ask this question while I'm preoccupied with this. Okay, so I've been streaming on like Live and then YouTube, like kind of back and forth. And I wonder, like in the beginning, I guess I'm trying to build up an audience of watching me while I'm drawing, and so I get like 1 or 2 people at the moment. So what is it? What do you suggest, or how was it for you in the beginning when you were just starting out? Like, how long did you have to stream in order to like really kind of make it beneficial for somebody to like, see the process, or what would be? Because like you were just saying, like right now, it's like it feels like the same thing where like you go, these are kind of boring because we're just sitting here working. So I wonder how long I should actually stream. Or does it even matter? Because I do about an hour, and then after that I just because it's just time. But I was wondering if I should dedicate more time, so the longer the better, or so whatever your thoughts on that.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm qualified to answer. I don't feel like I've really mastered the streaming at all. And it's kind of why I have decided, okay, I'm going to try it on multiple platforms simultaneously. The thing I don't want to do is try to stream on one platform and then go over to another platform and stream on that one. And that's just a lot of work. And I don't want to take away from what needs to get done. The primary goal for me is to get work done. And if streaming is just turning into a thing that takes up my time and doesn't allow me to get things done that I need to get done, and it doesn't bring in that many eyeballs, it doesn't increase the audience. I mean, there's a reason we're doing this. We're not streaming because just because it's the hip thing to do, for ourselves. It's not like drawing a picture for yourself.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm trying to crack the code too, and that's why I'm like, okay, if I need to go to the platform that has 2.4 billion people on it, which is Facebook, then maybe that's where I need to stream as well. And so things like D Live, I just don't know how worth it is because it's not really an audience there. There's a certain audience there, I guess. But if you can restream to D Live instead of focusing solely on that, I feel like that would be a better problem solver.
Yeah, I was like, because I have a few people that are like constantly, because I live stream my quiet times on there. So I've gained an audience on there, and they know that I draw and stuff.
Yeah.
And so sometimes then I'll go on there, and then I'll get a few people watching me. And then on YouTube, I don't get anyone because, again, I haven't focused on it all that much as I have for DLive for about, but it's been like 4 or 5 months. And so, but I was thinking like which one it would be better in the long run. That's what I was asking. I don't know if I was just thinking.
I mean, they're good questions, and it's hard to know. It's hard.
Because that's why I'm not like, because like I'm thinking like, okay, well, which one will be better in the long run? It's like, you have YouTube's, there's benefits to it. Again, like there's bigger reach probably and all that. And also like if I get a certain amount of followers, I can get the super chats and, all that kind of stuff. But when will somebody want, when will I get a big enough audience to someone's going to want to pay, to have the comment up? Probably never. So it's like, I don't know. So anyways,
I don't know. So I started with Twitch. Well, no, I started a long time ago before anyone else was live streaming. It seems like with Remind 2, I was live streaming in the morning for 2 hours, and it was on. What was it called? Was it just live stream? I think it was. It's one of those services that either doesn't exist anymore or it's.
Oh, I don't know.
Or it's changed so much that it's, I don't know. So anyway, it was some service, and I remember when I was blogging and there was a handful of people that would come in and watch everything. I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't comment, I just muted everything and just worked, and and it was really helpful for just getting things done at 5:36 in the morning. It was a motivator, which is what I'm doing it for right now. It's a motivator for me to get pages done every day. And okay, I'm trailing, sorry. And so then I came back to it, and I was like, where is this platform? And I couldn't find it anymore. It was weird. It changed. And so I tried to find Justin TV, which was what turned into Twitch. But then Twitch was really difficult for artists at the time. But I tried it on Twitch. It was kind of glitchy. It didn't work very well for me. Abandoned it. And then I went to YouTube, and I already had built an audience there. And immediately it was like there was a bunch of people watching. And so I was like, okay, I'll just continue doing it on YouTube. Oops. And sorry, getting distracted. And so that just became the focus was YouTube, because it was easily obtainable. The audience was already there. People were already subscribed. And that was years of building up that audience to get to that level, It didn't just happen because I did one controversial live stream.
Right. Exactly.
It was a long process to build it up. And so I feel like it's a long process in general to do this, to build up these audiences. And so it's a continuing to show up type game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just see, that's why I'm just, whichever one I do, or if I just stay focused on one, it's just something that's there. Like you just have your videos there, and people show up or not, and it's not very. It's just you drawing, so people won't show up or not. It just and so that's why I think it's good to have a secondary agenda to live streaming. Like for me, it's getting work done. In addition to building an audience, in addition to trying to make a living of this, and all those other reasons that artists do it. Right.
And because that's the main reason I went to live streaming, both like every time, was to try to keep me motivated somehow, because that's a trick to stay motivated. So I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to commit to this thing while I'm working on this Phobos, so I could live stream it the whole time. It'll be promotion, it'll be motivation, it'll be feeding my YouTube channel. And then if I can restream it to Facebook and Twitch, then I can grow those channels without thinking about them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to log into Twitch and then log into Facebook and then log into this and that and all the other things. I just want to get work done. And if people want to join me, then cool. If people want to watch, then awesome.
Right. It's like because I remember using that IFTT thing that you suggested like a while back.
Yeah.
And it was working out. I think Reddit had kicked me off because I never really, it was just me posting. I wasn't really interacting in there.
Yeah.
And then Facebook, I had it on Facebook, Twitter, and but I was using my Instagram as the main one. It didn't do much. It didn't do much for me. And so eventually it just became really annoying because when I post like a regular picture and then I forget that it go everywhere or something and like God, like it's just like something just like to troll or something to be funny or something, whatever. And it was like, Anthony, why are you posting this? But so then I had to like kind of go back and it was just annoying. So I wanted to focus on like one thing.
I forgot that I had it on at certain times, and then I couldn't figure out why things were getting posted in places, and then I finally remembered.
Look, Jason, you're not looking. Jason, look. See my cup? I forgot I was drinking out of this.
Boom! Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, there's mine. Oh, I can't see mine because
there's a cat on that mug.
So let's see how to get rid of. There you go. Here's mine. Yeah.
All right, you know what? You guys are just showing off. Where's my mug? You know what my mug says? You want to know what my mug says? It says, "Make it better with coffee each and every day." You couldn't have a more generic coffee mug.
That's sounds so wholesome.
Is it? You know what? I think you can judge how well someone's success is growing by the humor level of their coffee mug. Like it's like a master level, and I'm at level 1 right here.
Pretty funny.
This is like a courtesy mug.
I got a super chat from Viper1390.
Oh, it was because of my witty comment.
Yeah, thanks for the super chat, Viper. Love your comics, Jason. Reading them makes me want to make my own. Well, please do. And when you're making them, come on my show, and we can make them together.
And talk about mugs.
Let's see if there's anybody else in there.
Anthony, can I ask, what are your channel? What's your channel again, so I can note it?
See, Anthony, this is why we need that thing, that branding thing.
Get my name up there right when I got back here. Viewers on Twitch after the first hour. Usually 3 hours in, and I'd have a bit more, but it also depends on the time of day you stream. Right. Yeah. Like it was like, I have a window. I open up like around, it's like 9 to 11 at night. That's like just the best time I can. Cause after work, after like 3:30, I'm like, I feel kind of burned out. I don't want to, cause I've been sitting here drawing the entire time.
Yeah.
And so then I gotta like go through a ritual to get back in order. And then because I have chores, I have a wife, I have then I was gonna show you this mug, and then I got this mug, Jason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Dad. Nice.
Yeah, because I got a kid on the way.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
When did that happen?
That was back in August.
Wow. Congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks. So now it's like now a month from now, I'm gonna have a kid here, and so I'm trying to like be as disciplined as I possibly can, and if I want to get this book done, so, and I've been taking on a lot more work too, and what was I saying? Oh yeah, the scheduling the time. I was like, where am I going with all this? I think I just brought up like 4 different topics or something. But
you'll get even more scatterbrained.
Right. So 9 to 11 window, but sometimes it only ends up being an hour. And that's the only time. It's the only time I really have right now. Because by the end of the day, I'm just like burned out. I'm drawing constantly from like 6:30 in the morning till just, all day.
Yeah.
Well, thumbnails, I guess. I'm just, working on the Cintiq. I guess I could and then a mixture of that with drawing for work.
Yeah. Well, thumbnails are brain draining.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
For me, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, I wonder. I was just like, I used to think like, oh yeah, I got it real easy. Yeah, I do, but it's like the thumbs can take a long time, and then plus you have a few producers that want to edit it if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
Can you hear my tap, tap, tapping? I'm working on an iPad.
Barely.
So barely means you can hear it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not distracting or not.
Oh, all right.
Not annoying.
Yeah, so it's good. No sound.
Can't tell if it's elephants stomping on the other end of the microphone.
No, it doesn't sound at all like that. That sounds totally different.
What is it? I'm gonna hop off at around 5 minutes to 11.
Okay.
And then I may come back. Come back on, and then yeah. Sorry, my door's open. If you can hear that car driving by.
That's fine.
Or hear that elephant.
That wasn't me.
Let's see here.
Oh, here's Zach. Welcome, Zach.
Hey, what's up, Jason?
Not much. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
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 I'm not working on anything quite yet, so it's just blank.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll have something in a few minutes that you can be like,
Yeah,
hey,
no worries. Mia says, night is a great time to stream. Your personal health and life take priority over streams, I think. Congrats on the kiddo.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Plus, how did you, Jason, you don't really have bags under your eye, do you? No?
Bags under my eyes?
Yeah. From staring, it's not you don't get very stressed ever.
It's part of it's because I don't play the game that everyone is convinced they have to play.
Right.
If I really take weekends off. I mean, this weekend I was setting up Facebook, so whatever. But I really try to have my me time, and I really try to not let emails and texts and Instagrams and Twitter and all that stuff take priority over what's important. It's that urgency versus importance issue. Everything that is thrown at you is thrown at you as if it's urgent, but you got to focus on what's important.
I'm sorry. I'll stop messaging you so much.
Stop what?
I'll stop messaging you so much.
No, I'm talking about Twitter type stuff. I'm talking about Twitter stuff. I have friends in my phone book for a reason. I mean, they're friends, but I don't need to respond to a tweet from someone who's just like, "Hey, how do you do this?" Tell me now. In 300 characters or whatever it is. So it's that kind of stuff. But it still gets to you. It's still stressful. But I really think I dream about living in a town where there's no internet and it's a community and we all just know each other. But then I'm like, well, how would I make a living? There's no way I would do that. So I got to balance both, Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't dream about being plugged in all the time.
Right.
I think that gets the people.
Yeah, I've made a mistake. I made myself, essentially useless for that small town. Feel can't really do anything. I have to draw to make a living.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel too.
Yeah.
And I think I do like having both. There's times when I dream about that, but I think it's just out of excess of the other. And so it's a nice little dance between the two. You gotta have that ability to unplug and just go away from it all, and then the ability to plug back in, and being able to balance that is nice. And go hard when you're doing one or the other,
Right.
You could do it. You just need to find one person to buy 5,000 books every year.
Yeah.
One person in that small town must buy 5,000 books.
Right.
Exactly.
Come on. You got to get creative.
Yeah. Trust me though, I stress out, and I don't a lot of times I don't feel like I know what I'm doing, and so it's a lot of pondering. And
I have bags under my eyes, but it's just due to unattractiveness.
I was born with them. Yeah.
Mine come from a little thing that's 4 years old.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah. I think I've changed the most visually since having kids.
Yeah. Dad body's real. People don't understand. Dad body's a real thing.
Yeah. It changes you. So Anthony,
they're snacking, you're snacking.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's just like you lose track of time so fast that you don't realize, like, either you haven't eaten for like days, or all you've been doing is eating for days.
Yeah.
I see. So this is the stream where you have to have a cool coffee cup and kids.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have to have a cool coffee cup? Mine's not cool.
Or kids on the way. Well, let's see your coffee cup.
It's just red. It's just big and red.
That's better. Can I reiterate my coffee cup, what it says? For you, Zach, since you did not hear?
Sure.
It says, make it better with coffee each and every day. Which is the lamest thing that could be on a coffee cup.
Yeah, but it's something my wife would buy, so I would have to say that's cool.
Sunny in Philly asks, Jason, is your Facebook up and running? I can't find it. Yes, I'll put a link to my how to find it. It is the Jason Brubaker.
The one and only.
Because Jason Brubaker was taken.
But by you?
I don't know. I mean, I know so many Jason Brubakers. It's weird. And then you can also find Cognitive Drawing on Facebook too.
That is pretty cool. Jason, what is the plan with that long term? Are you going to keep those going or what? Like, what's the plan?
For what? Sorry?
For Cognitive Drawing. Is it a one-off, or are you doing a bunch of those?
It depends on how people respond to it, how much sales it makes.
Everybody's waiting for the How to Draw a Woman version.
Yeah, everyone keeps asking about that, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to invest that much time if it's going to only sell a couple hundred copies,
I guarantee that it's going to sell more than the current one. I guarantee.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Which is how to draw dads with bags under their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, the next one will be how to draw dads. Yeah. And I mean, part of the reason I did the male one is for that. Like, if this works with just the male, then I know it'll work with the female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
so far it's working. It's just it's a totally different audience, totally different career. If I continue it beyond, say, a female book, I would want to hire a full-time artist to actually work on it, And so that would mean it would need to generate sales regularly. It would mean it needs to be a curriculum that schools are picking up and homeschoolers and all that stuff. And so that's kind of the hope with it, that it can be taken that seriously. But I don't know. It just depends on the public perception of it. If it really clicks and connects with people.
Can I answer this question from No One Comics?
Oh yeah, sorry, I threw it up on the screen and forgot about it.
No One Comics asks, anybody noticed an increase of commission during quarantine? My sales went up like crazy. So my answer to that is nope. Nope.
Oh no, I got a bunch of commissions.
I'm not in the cool commission club yet.
Because I'm doing them for free.
Well,
that's why you have bags under your eyes.
I got a giant. Yeah, that's exactly. But I'm trying to take like you were saying, like it was just not trying to play that game. Just I'm taking it slow and just taking my time with it. I'm working on what I'm supposed to work on, and then when I have the time, it's just me working on my schedule and like, okay, I have this little bit of time to work on it. Okay, I'll do it. And then I've been having a lot of fun with it. So I've gotten through about 4 out of the 35 that are on the list right now. So it's pretty cool. So I'm having fun with it.
Nice.
Because what's up?
What kind of commission requests do you typically get?
Oh, I put specifically like your original character or even like just fan art. That's what I was. So it was. It's been mostly nothing lewd. I think like one was like just way out there. Out of the rest of them were just fine. I mean, it was like, oh, this is Kiro, or something like that. Like, and then it's like a student, and then they want me to draw it or something.
Cool.
And then the other one was just like, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. And then just like one was like, oh, then draw this as my sexy female original character, and it wasn't very like original, like the way they had designed it. And I was like, I got to make this a little bit more original, like looking, and so
a little more original.
So it was a nice little challenge, and I had fun doing it. I put all the videos up, like all the I do time lapse, and I try to do it in Premiere, and I'm terrible at using Premiere, so and so it's just this time lapse of it just sitting right there in the middle. Because anyways.
I always find myself recommending Camtasia for that kind of thing. Have you ever tried that software?
Camtasia, no.
You want to make some real camp? Load up Camtasia. It's like Camtasia, like webcam Tasia.
Yeah, Camtasia.
It is fantastic because I used to use Premiere for everything because I grew up on the Adobe suite products that are, a little cumbersome for quickly putting together stuff like that. But Camtasia has some really optimized features that make things like being able to speed up the video or apply quick effects or do something. There's just a lot of things that were taking me forever with either After Effects or Premiere for something that I really just wanted to whip together. Camtasia made it pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I get the whole Adobe suite, for work for free, and so I was like, oh, I gotta learn how to just use these little video things, and so Premiere they were telling me like it was like these want to do, and that's why I was using it. But I'll check out Camtasia.
It's cool. I was in the same situation where I had these software packages because of work, so I just figured, well, that's what I know. But Camtasia, I mean, it was like learning process. I think it took about 10 minutes. It's just a drag and drop. It's almost like iMovie simple, but it has quick drag and drop features. Like I think you can do quick timing adjustments and things like that by just sliding it. And I don't know. I haven't actually messed with it in a while, but it has been a great software for quick stuff for YouTube and things like that.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm for Premiere. I was looking at I always just using tutorials. It's all I'll do. Like what I want to specifically do, I looked that video up, and I learned a little bit of basics. I think one was like I just wanted to learn how to zoom a little bit into one little part, and then like keep it there, and then zoom out to get the rest of it. And then it was like there's no video. There's no like the video to find that thing was so hard to just get like basic zoom or something like that. It was like I don't know. Anyways. Like zoom in and all that kind of stuff.
Searching for tutorials is so difficult because it always has one stage of custom need that is so hard to identify in an ask on Google. You go in there, you're like, well, I want to zoom in, but I want to zoom in this particular way, and it's very hard to find specific tutorials like that.
Yeah, everything was like a little bit particular. Everybody had their different way of zooming in and out, and I learned like 3 or 4 different ways how to zoom in and out, or pick a spot to zoom in and do this. And I don't know. It was a little frustrating. I don't know.
But don't you love it though when you find that treasure trove tutorial that's like exactly what you were looking for?
Yeah, it's like it's. I'm telling you, it's like the system kind of set up to just stress you out. Like when you start getting stressed out, It seems like everything is set up to do that. It's like 2020, and it's like nothing is easy to use. Everything is much more difficult. Everything, all the software updates make it much more difficult. They do unnecessary things because they don't want to lose their job. It's what you were saying, Jason, earlier about just like this. They feel like they got to be on all the time. Technology, got to keep updating it. Got to keep updating it. We got to come up with this new thing, and then everybody just wants to go back to the old one. And so somebody there has to justify their job constantly, like to their existence there, and have to keep coming up with stuff that they don't need. And we got to grow. We got to get bigger and bigger. We got to, anyways.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a game to keep people on the system longer than they need to be. And
Right.
so,
Well, that probably works with software iterations too, because sometimes I find, if you have an annual release, then of course it's kind of a backwards system because you should have an update when you have an update. But if you feel obligated to do an annual release, then they're obligated to make changes to justify the new software.
yeah.
But it blows me away. I mean, I'm using Procreate right now on the iPad.
Oh, me too.
I'm doing everything now on Procreate. Even
Really?
text I'm doing in Procreate, which is crazy.
Well,
I bring it back to Clip Studio every now and again, but for
I made one now.
Clip Studio is?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful software. You know what's crazy about Clip Studio? I did a YouTube video showing this off at one point, is that people don't seem to know often about the color brushes. Because, you can save a brush, you can make a brush in Photoshop. As far as I know, this still has not changed, but you can have alpha information. You can have grayscale information in a brush, as far as I'm aware. Maybe you can't have grayscale information, but you can't have color, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So what I was able to do in Clip Studio, I have a character that has this long, flowy, rainbow-colored hair. And it's just this gigantic poof of extremely detailed, articulate, strands of hair. It is a nightmare to draw this hair. So I made, I had counted the average time with the detailed art style that it was taking me about 5 to 6 hours to finish rendering this stupid hair. So I made a brush in it was Manga Studio at the time, where what I did was I painted these pieces of the hair. So I had a top piece, I had side pieces, I had a back piece, kind of like literally if you were making a wig. But they were these long pieces that were straight, and I would assign a ribbon functionality to the brush. So it would follow the flow of the pen. So I could make the hair move in different directions very easily. And I would color it with the coloring style of the book, right? And what I did was I made a few pieces with lighting in different directions. So lighting from above, lighting from beneath. So I could switch to the different hairbrush. And what I found, I still had to do cleanup with it. It wasn't perfect, but I took it down from like 6 hours to about 25 minutes.
That's awesome.
Because I could just redraw. And every time I did it, people could not tell that I was reusing it because of how much organic modification I had on the hair, depending on that particular drawing.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah, that's really great, man. It's like, I've gotten, I get carried away with a lot of the brushes that are there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really great because it's like it looks like it's like even when you start like pressing down on it, like you start like doing the flow of hair or something. That there's some really cool hair, like the hair brush types, and then it renders and you get this nice flowing look of a nice brush stroke on there, so comes out pretty cool,
Yeah, you can have a number of different settings on there. I mean, you can also set size with pressure sensitivity and that sort of thing. So as you're doing, if you were to do the ribbon stroke, you could push down harder and have it larger. The tricky thing about the hair was that I'm using line art. It's sort of a painterly comic style, right? And I have line art. So, if you use a brush that has a specific line size and you need a close-up, right? And you do the brush, the lines on the hair are too thick relative to the rest of the drawing. And so there was a challenge with that. So it's like one of the things that I have to do with cleanup with it is if I have to draw the hair what I did was I made the lines very thin on the hair, thinner than I would normally want it to be. And then if, say, for example, I were to draw it a little bit bigger, the lines would be where they need to be. And if I draw it small, I can add to the lines a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a harmony of the line. So these are the kinds of things that you have to consider, you know, with doing something that's that specific of that type of a brush. Rainbow hairbrush.
Did you put that on the assets little marketplace?
No, that's mine, baby. I'm a greedy artist. No, you know what it is that it's to me it's that brush along with any specific brush is like, well, it's like making a work of art that you don't want to just stamp into something else. I don't know. It would be fun to upload it. I don't care. It would be neat. I don't know. It has such a specific.
Just give it a couple years.
Yeah. Let me get my book out with the hair first, so that at the very least I'm not the last person using my own brush.
Yeah.
Because everything takes me 20 years. Probably due to my stupid coffee mug. If I had a better coffee slogan, things would go faster.
Well, you can always get a Coffee Table Comics one. That would help.
Oh,
Coffee table. You know what? If we all had them, what about Zach? Does Zach have?
I do not. I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The only true.
No wonder you're drawing such a beautiful drawing.
Whose is that? Is that? How do I know whose screen? I'm old.
That's Zach right there.
It's great work. Really nice stuff.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the Metal Gear Solid.
I'm actually doing a piece for a friend of mine. His project just launched today on Kickstarter, and I'm doing a piece for him.
Oh,
so
cool.
So yeah.
What's the? Can I ask what it is? The Kickstarter.
Yeah. The Kickstarter is this one. It's Wonderful World of Oz. The Zombieful World of Oz. Excuse me.
The Zombieful.
Yeah, it's a steampunk Wizard of Oz with zombies. Is the best way to describe it. And he just.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No.
And he just launched it. This is the second issue. He already did an issue, and then he's launching it for the second issue. And he's doing pretty good for it just being the first day. So
that's awesome. Wow.
Good.
Yeah,
man.
he's halfway to his goal. He's more than halfway to his goal in the first day.
Mm-hmm. So
cool.
Thought it'd help him out and do a piece for him and whatnot. So
yeah, that's nice.
Thank you.
I'm gonna see if I can.
How's your campaign going, Zach?
Oh, it's going really good. I think I have 6 days left, and
what are you doing, really Zach?
I'm working on a book called Golma. It's a weird name, but it's
Feel free to show it.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm getting there.
I'd like to see
Gotta do the thing, and then the thing, and then the other thing.
I understand. That's why I'm having you do it instead of me. Too many things and other things. I can barely even draw and talk at the same time.
It is really tough to talk and draw at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jason, are you going to be on this Wednesday? Are you going to try?
What was it? Tuesday, I'm probably going to be on a different time because I have a couple interviews for a podcast to be on. But Wednesday, I believe I am. Yeah. I'm going to try every day, basically. Every weekday, I'm going to try to be live streaming.
Oh, I'm at D&Q. Are you going to try that again? Or is that too stressful?
Drawn and quartered.
Mm-hmm.
See, you've already added to my stress level. The bad performing. I would love to keep doing that because it was really good for me. It was a big flexing the muscles type thing. You know, like I got to build these muscles up. I got to work out. So I would love to do it. I will see. I will see how my wife feels about taking the kids for dinner and stuff, so I can come into the office.
Just tell her it's to promote your campaign.
That's what happened last time. I was like, I got to do this because it's a good way to promote it.
Yeah, that's why I tell my wife too. So
Do you know what they're drawing? If I knew
no,
what it was about.
oh my gosh, they are so just like last minute with the topic. I'm like ready to like, figure it out like the next day or by the time we end, and I'm like throwing out ideas, and then Mike or Edwin will come in literally the day of or like an hour before and be like, here's the topic, and no one has time to prepare. So
Yeah.
It didn't used to always be that way, but what you gonna do?
Yeah. Well, it kind of keeps you on your toes. But that's the thing that makes me nervous about it is if I kind of knew the characters a little bit, then I would be a little bit more prone to doing it. But I would, okay, so I said I wanted to keep doing it. So I'll see how easy it is to make sure I can carve away the time to do it this Wednesday. And if that happens, then I'll be there.
Sweet.
Assuming they invite me back.
No, you're if you're in that chat, that means you're a regular. It means that basically as soon as they say who's interested, if it's basically whoever confirms quickest.
Yeah. Okay.
To it. So, and usually there's always space. Though we've brought in like you and a few other people really recently, so you all have to fight each other. So
looks cool, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks great stuff.
What was the goal?
The goal was just 500.
So what are you trying to like print out like floppies or?
No, it's going to be perfect bound because it's 100 pages. But the thing is, I just went over the story today, and I think I'm going to have to go with more pages, which is fine. But originally it was set for 100 pages, and then I was reading the story, and then there was something, and then you know how that happens. And then you just have to add more. So
right.
So
very, very cool.
Right.
What is it about?
It's about 3 people have to save the world from old technology being misused, essentially. So
like Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
The Atari.
So it's
sorry, ruining your pitch.
The Atari.
It was so perfect. It was just such a perfect little injection. You guys were all just talking about it. We're all just talking about it just now, and then all of a sudden, yep, there we go.
Thank you, Jason. I'm saying, Atari.
Yeah, it's just action adventure influenced by titles like Conan and stuff where it's just there's a lot of wackiness to it, a lot of wacky moments, and that's just my humor coming into it. So it looks really serious, but there's a lot of moments where it's just like if that interests you,
Cool.
It's gonna be coming out really soon because it's down to 7 days, a week. Got a week.
Ooh, it's almost over.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hop off, guys. I might be back. I just have to.
I'll have a better mug next time.
Yeah. Can you please?
I'll do my
all right.
best.
All right, guys.
What's going on?
It was nice meeting Anthony.
Yeah, nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Anthony.
Later.
Whoa, my phone. Well, I'm glad you can share your screen, Zach.
I don't know how to do it on the iPad. I don't think you can.
I don't know. I've never tried with the iPad.
I'm not working on anything cool. Painting flowers.
They're important to paint.
Sorry, I'm texting right now. Sorry, guys. Oh, let me get to a couple of questions. Ben Bernard Smith says, what is a good yet cheapish webcam that I can use for videoing myself while drawing like you currently all are? I'm just using the computer video camera on the screen of my monitor. And then just sharing the screen as well.
Do you have you're using a Mac?
I have a Mac, yeah.
That's why. Because I was like, PCs don't usually have a webcam.
Yeah. You could get cheap webcams too. I got one for like $20. That's HD. Not too long ago, or a while ago, and it works fine. You just plug it in USB. I can't find it right now.
Pretty much anything from Logitech is pretty good. You can get the high definition one, I think, for $50 now. It used to be $100 like a year ago.
Cool. Okay.
It's like $50. So
Logitech, huh? Okay.
Since all the new 4K ones just came out, all the old high definitions, like you're not high definition enough. Now we have 4K.
Now you can really see those bags under the eyes.
Exactly.
Hey, Hannah, you want to come on the show? I keep bugging you, but you're not coming. What's going on? Studio Hannah says, just popped on, so I have no contacts outside of the title. But what? Facebook? Yep. Tell me about it. I mean, let's not talk about it.
No, it's in your title. Now we have to talk about it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get people to realize that it exists, to test it out, because I'm multi-streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
Well, Facebook's not anything worse than Twitter at the moment.
Yeah. I don't plan on using Facebook because I hate it. But I've been talked into using it for marketing and stuff like that.
Jason, what I'm trying to figure out is, what do you think about Facebook?
I hate it. I loathe it. It's just, oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's it. Hey, Steve, when you're done with homeschool with my son, mind if I jump in? Yeah, man, totally. Do you have a screen you can share? Will you be able to share your screen? If possible, then that would be awesome. That way people can see your stuff.
Was it a passive-aggressive thing against me?
No, I say that to everybody. Man, so,
share your screen, Dave.
It's funny. Every now and then I
can't figure it out.
Every now and then I say something online or on a YouTube video, and someone emails me and is like, "Did you mean that as a slight against me?" And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
I'm picturing them just lying in bed, unable to sleep, staring up at the ceiling, wide-eyed, 3:00 in the morning. That's it. I gotta ask him. I gotta send him. I gotta know.
I need to email my friend. He says he can jump in. How do I do this? All right, Bob, I'm going to email you. So check your email.
You're hearing loud noise. Sorry.
No.
Hang on, I got to put my eardrums back together.
All right, Bob, I sent you an invite to join the live stream. Let me just send one to Steve as well while I'm at it. I hope this is your email, Steve. It's an AOL address? I didn't know anyone used AOL anymore. Is that you, Steve? Is that an AOL email? We'll see.
Is that you, Steve? I'm a Steve. I hope that can be good enough. I've got a good coffee cup.
Yeah, you got to have a coffee cup. Hey, Bob.
Does it work? Oh, it works.
Oh, show us your coffee cup.
First try. My coffee cup.
What does it say? Wait, hang on. My screen is the size of an ant. Hang on.
Oh, we got to do full screen.
All right, Bob, I need to see that again.
Coffee cup again.
Let me I have so many things running.
Putting them on the spot. As soon as you walk in the room, you're full screen.
This is an ancient coffee cup. That is a Transformers coffee cup?
Okay. It's hard to see. Awesome.
Bob Crumb. Bob Crumb was the name of a teacher in my high school. He was a very funny man. And he sort of took like this. And I remember him telling us that his wife was pregnant by saying the following phrase. He said, "There's a crumb in the oven." That deserved way more laughter.
So I'm trying to email someone. I just heard that like out of half of my left ear.
That's how I roll. I'm a left ear kind of guy.
We lost Bob. Where'd he go? He just showed us his mug, and then
it was my joke. It was so bad. You know what? He's gonna email me later and be like, "Did you mean that passive aggressively?"
All right. Well, I emailed Steve. So, all right, Steve, if you're listening, once you're done homeschooling, I emailed a AOL account. Hopefully that's you.
And if not, hopefully it's someone entertaining.
Yeah. If it's not that Steve, then it's got to be entertaining.
Hey, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
We can.
You can. Yeah, that was. I'm like 100 years old. I had Facebook running.
You look great.
I had this other. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's a Dorian Gray type of thing. And then I had Facebook over here to see what that's like, and everything was delayed, and everything was talking to me. I was talking to myself about my stupid mug, and it was just crazy. But yeah, Jason, thank you for having me on. It's fun.
Thanks for coming. So you've been live streaming a lot, Bob, right?
Yeah, I've been kind of hanging out on Twitch. Just because that's kind of my approach, whatever,
Please,
is to go on
No,
Twitch because that's what it's made for, live streaming.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to upload like other vids to YouTube because I like that.
Yeah.
I just haven't done the YouTube thing in a little bit. But yeah, dude. Your stuff's looking good. And this is Zach's piece here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just give a shout out to Aaron Olson. His daughter wants to say hello. We're both watching on YouTube and Facebook streams right now.
Hello.
It's her 4-box set for her 8th birthday and has read it only 3 or 4 times now.
Oh, come on. She could do better than that.
I'm impressed.
Hello.
Well, hello, Vivian. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Now, back to you, Zach. You were talking? Bob was talking?
No, Bob was talking. He said something about me, and I had to unmute. My wife called.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Is this a picture of your wife? Is this your work here?
No. Well, this is my work, but this is not my wife.
She called to say, "Be more funny."
Oh.
Oh
That
man.
hurts.
Yeah.
She's your PR representative, too. Like
She would though. She would totally do that.
Oh, my.
She watches all your live streams.
Is she for hire?
She doesn't know about this one though. This was my cave time, and she was like, she found me somehow. I don't know.
It's quarantine. It's all cave time.
You're right.
It's terrible. Terrible. Fucking. So, what software is everybody
Quarantine
using?
time is productivity time.
I heard there was a Procreate user in here, and I couldn't catch whom because I was trying to eat.
Oh, that's me. I'm the guy who's making the obnoxious scratching noise on the microphone.
Right. How do you get a scratching noise out of a perfectly glass screen?
But you know
Talent?
what? You know
Sheer
what?
talent. Mhm.
Listen, it takes time, but you can build the skill. All you have to do is just have the heavy hand from hell.
Oh boy.
I just feel like every time I use it, my hand just wants to slide. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it is very slippery compared to it's nuts. It's a little bit.
Now
tiring.
there are a few screen protector options that screen protector. If you got to protect your screen, I highly recommend. You gotta get one of these.
This is the snake oil salesman.
Yeah. Well, I've already sold. What was I selling earlier? Camtasia. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I'm Mr. Salesman. So no, I think the best one I use. I'm trying to remember the brand name, but there's one that everyone talks about that I bought that I'm gonna be honest, wasn't thrilled with, but it's the one everybody talks about because it has a very toothy feel, but it's so toothy that it actually wears the nib down on the pen a little too fast. Because I replace my pen nibs on this about every month on the Apple Pencil.
You use a lot then.
Wow.
Well, I use it as my main device, so I'm on it, lots of hours. But it does wear down, and then you get a little bit of a chiseled tip, and when you have a chisel on a screen, you start scratching. Mm-hmm. So you've got to replace the nib. So anyway, if you have it's a slight more of a rubbery feel on this one that I tried. It's weird. You apply it by spraying the screen. It's almost like it's not an adhesive, but it works as an adhesive with the screen. It's like Armor something.
Armor?
No, it's not. It's not that. I can't remember what it's called.
Huh.
Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it does make a huge difference if you're using some sort of a coating on the screen that will help alleviate that slipperiness.
No, I tell you, whenever I use it, I wind up just getting such a terrible crick in my neck. I would have to figure out like a better.
I've got your solution. Listen, ergonomics.
I also feel really old. What can you do about that?
I am the ergonomics king.
Yeah.
Not for myself, as I have a Mr. Burns hunch that I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
But I do know what you should be doing.
Okay.
And there are options. So what I've got is there are two ways that I use the iPad. One is on a drafting table. This is a recent setup. So I have a drafting table set at the perfect height where, okay, here's the problem when you're drawing for ergonomics. Okay. And for some reason, nobody in the history of drawing has figured this out, but I'm working on it. All right. So you either have to draw too far upright so that your shoulder is too tired and you're putting too much pressure on your shoulder to lift your arm too high, but you can keep your head upright, or you're going to hunch over a table and you're going to rest your arm and then you're going to be looking down too much. And really anything more than a 45-degree angle down, you're putting, I think if you look straight down at a desk, like if you were to have your face be parallel to the desk, you're putting something like 80 pounds of torque on your back. Because your head's heavy and it's really doing a lot of strain on your back. So what I found with the iPad is there are a few solutions that you can get for stands, but all they do is tilt it upward, right? What you really need is for it to be raised up so that you can get it elevated so it's a little closer to eye level but still slanted. And there is a thing, and now I just realized I don't know what it's called. Time for Dave.
You know what would be helpful is if you had a camera.
Time for Dave to have another product. There is. Where did I put it now? It's a metal thing. It's okay. So it's designed for laptops. It's supposed to elevate the laptop up, and it's like a little easel almost. But the base is raised about an inch or two off the surface of the table. So what it does is it elevates it about another 2 inches up. So it keeps it off the table. So if you can stand, like if you have a standy desk or if you have at least a somewhat elevated desk, you can basically keep your head upright while you're drawing and still kind of rest your wrist on the iPad. And it's a good solution. The drafting table is what I'm doing right now, and I've got it at the perfect level where I'm not hunching, but I'm not, having my arm I'm able to rest my arm as I'm working as well. It's kind of a balance.
Just got it optimized. Nice.
Yes. Is that static coming from me? Is that me?
I hear no static.
I don't hear any static.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hey Bob, do you want to share your screen? You're more than welcome.
Yeah. How do I do? Okay, like I'm 95. How do I do that?
Down at the bottom.
Screen sharing. Sure. Let's see.
And then it'll give me the option to cycle through it.
Yeah, just in case it's like inappropriate, you don't want to show it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll leave that one off.
I'm fixing a spread in my comic, so.
Oh wow!
I don't know if you guys ever work in Clip Studio. I think somebody mentioned it.
Yeah,
Really.
Clip Studio is awesome.
So yeah, I love it. It's been kind of a new journey for me past couple, I don't know, months. At any rate, I got this terrible spread up here where this person is crawling over this to kind of reach this person. And I drew a big X over it because this rock in the background just parallels her and steals her line, and it's terrible. So I'm going to fix that and add a bunch of blacks into here. So
That's cool.
I'm about 50% of the way done with my stupid comic. But yeah, I like it.
It looks really cool.
It's better than some of the client work. I thought I'm just going to go on with some fun stuff if Jason's going to let me come on. So Jason, thank you.
Yes. Here we go. Cannon White. Hey, buddy. Thanks, buddy. If you want to come on the show, Cannon, like, you just let me know, and
Do it.
I'll send you a link. Hey, Steve. I sent you a link to an email that's an AOL link, an AOL email. Is that your email? Let me know, because that's the one I sent it to.
I'm killed mountain. Just killing this mountain. Have you ever used the vector drawing stuff like Inkscape or even the vector drawings in Manga Studio or Clip Studio? I just didn't know if anybody had any.
I've never really used it. I don't like vector too much because it just, I don't know, kills the fluidity, the energy of the lines, you know.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder if you've used it recently. Let me. Am I still on your stupid screen? Let me see here. Let me watch this. If I can make a line this quickly and not have it be, these are all vector lines.
Yeah, I guess that's what Clip Studio does, though. It combines vector and
it can
bitmap, right?
Yeah, it can, but you have to actually tell it what kind of layer. So
okay,
I guess that's all I was saying.
When I'm thinking of vector, I'm thinking of like Illustrator and
creating a little more rigid and
but not actually drawing it. So yeah, I'm all for drawing it, and if the program's smart,
and this seems pretty good so far.
In my vector.
Excuse me. Oh wow, just cough right into the mic.
Bless you.
It's that corona
noises.
Oh no!
Wait, can we catch it?
No, you cannot, because
You got it through my headphones.
Because your ears are safe. Your ears are safe. They really are. Okay. No,
you have a spit guard on your mic?
No, because I don't speak right into it. That pop filter really does get my way, though. Incidentally, it's so annoying. Oh yeah. Nobody else is using a pop filter. I'm not going to do it either.
No pop filters here. I should title the stream "Anti-Pop Filter Stream."
That's the next one, and no one will know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Is Hannah coming on? Is Studio Hannah coming on? I thought you said she was.
I tried to get her on. She doesn't want to hang out anymore.
That's mean.
Just joking. No pressure, Hannah.
It's mean. It's real mean. Time to fix a thing.
I'm looking forward to her comic. It's
What is her comic?
Style, huh?
What's her comic?
She's working on this one she took my CGMA class, and so we were working on it for a while. I mean, not we. She was working on it for a while, but I'll have to look up then. I don't know if she has a link. I don't know if it's ready to show anybody yet. So. But I'll have her on as soon as she's ready to.
That'd be fun.
Send people to her mailing list. No. Well, she was on the stream the other month.
Oh, I missed that one.
I guess maybe it was more of like a Talking Heads type stream.
I think I saw that one.
Those. I'm trying to actually be Talking Heads that are doing things.
It is a little bit more fun. Well, it's a lot more fun.
I actually feel like I got something done that day, when I do that, versus just having a stream where I'm talking for 2 hours.
I swear I'm working on something. I just don't know how to share it.
Oh, because it's on Procreate. Yeah.
Here, let me throw up a link to your stuff so that people can see that you're an actual artist working on things.
Not just talking about bubble wrap and
Who, me?
Yeah.
I draw pictures.
I color. For
What's the website? What website should I send people to?
You can just send them to Dream Prison Press. I actually took down my store. I closed it today because I got to fulfill the backer kit orders, and I don't. I need to cut it off. So I'm like, oh, I can't have any. I realized I have to close my store.
Oh,
so this is
That's
Dave's
weird.
Here.
Wow, that's super colorful. I dig it.
Oh wow.
Ukulele, that's fun.
Yeah, this is my most recent project based on this is the first in a series of books based on these are old pages now. Based on video games. So I come from the game industry, so I'm doing books based on games, and this is the first one.
Nice.
And then that Dreamside project that's what I'm drawing right now, actually. But that one's a personal project. It's kind of like if you mix the never-ending story with a medical theme.
Wow.
Ooh, I like it.
Wow.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, if you spend forever on it, then it better.
I'm impressed with your saturations. It's just there's a
if
lot.
I do saturation like that, it gets out of control. But you're controlling it somehow.
Well, it's all well and good till you go to print.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what's a trick that I've been playing with, and maybe this is something that everybody already knows, and I'm just behind the times. Is that like for Yucca, which just finished in print? It only took 6 months. When I did the CMYK conversion, because I did start in RGB.
Ouch.
The thing is, you can go in color by color and do like a pick by color with feathering and kind of nudge everything just a little bit. I mean, like on a page by page basis. So, push the blues a little bit towards cyan or red. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of, or magenta rather. So it's like, all right, kind of nudge them one way or the other. And then you can kind of crank it up a little bit and you get a really intense color in the print, because you're taking advantage of the CMY, what colors CMYK handle best.
Yeah.
Because the purples, you know how that works. I mean, I have a lot of purples in my stuff. Yeah. And they just turn to mud. So
yeah.
Purple is a problem.
Purple's a problem.
Well, it's the darkest of all the different hues, and so that makes problems. And then it's got a real propensity to get muddy, like you're saying.
Yeah, I can't stop using the purple because I love doing gradients. And I end up doing the yellow, green, blue gradient all the time. If something's going to be green, it's got yellow and blue, and if something's going to be blue, it's got yellow or it's got green and purple, and if something's going to be yellow, it's definitely got a little bit of orange and green. But when I do the yellow, green, blue, I'm like, hey, let's add a little purple too. Why not? Come on. And it's just instant magic. It's like if you just put that extra layer of purple on there, it just makes it shine.
That's tricky because it's complementary, so it's just going to make mud. Yeah. If you're making a gradient out of it, so that's tricky.
Yeah. It's a fine tuning process here and there.
Yeah, I like it. It's like your saturation is an entirely other character in all of that. Like,
Yeah. And one of the
identity.
One of the challenges with Yucca that I had not anticipated, even though this should be kind of obvious to anybody with a brain, is when I was working on. So Dreamside was actually first, and it's got a smaller image count, bigger images on the pages, probably an average of 2 to 3 per spread. So about like 1.5 per page, if that. Yeah. So they're big and they're all vignette style. So there's not a lot of imagery, right? I mean, there's a lot of imagery, but what's there is a singular image taking up more space. So there's less conflict between images. But in the comic page for Yucca, I upped the panel count big time. So I had an average of, I'd say, about 6 to 7 panels per page. So in that case, if you're also going to go really heavy on the saturation and you have just an awful lot of contrast in there, it just starts looking really messy. So it's hard to do that. You kind of have to pull back.
Yeah, no kidding. You say you came from the game industry. What took you out of there? Just mental health?
You know what's funny is I think I was one of the fortunate ones that worked at a reasonable company. I was at a company called Insomniac Games that makes Ratchet and Clank and the new Spider-Man. Although I didn't work on the new Spider-Man, but the last one I worked on was Sunset Overdrive. I was only on it for a short time. And I worked in cinematics, so I was basically the previs guy for cinematic sequences. So I worked on somewhere between 8 and 10 games for them, mostly Ratchet titles. So if there was a cinematic during the PS3 Ratchet era, I worked on it, except for Quest for Booty. I did not work on Quest for Booty.
No.
That was the name.
Nice.
Yes.
Fortunate.
Evan Burst is here, says, looking good. Thanks for watching, Evan. If you guys want to learn to draw, Evan has a drawing curriculum type thing that he teaches kids how to draw.
Oh, I've seen loads of Evan's videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good YouTube videos.
Awesome dude.
He worked at Marvel, so he knows his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Evan, you're welcome on this show anytime you want to come on, buddy. So let me know.
Yeah, it'd be fun to chat with Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh. I went ahead and did a rewrite on this stupid comic. I keep calling it a stupid comic because I love it. And
I do the same with my comic.
Then I realized, like, a whole bunch of the stuff that I had written, I had really drawn, just like gotten way too into, and entire scenes with a whole bunch of characters. I'm like, oh, I like my rewrite, but do I like it that much? I'm gonna keep the rewrite. It just means it's gonna wait much longer to get out.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth it though.
I hope so, man.
I was 80 pages into my comic, and then I decided I was going to try something neat, or I thought was neat, which was add a flashback scene, and then I was going to change the style to a painterly style because I was really just doing it kind of like a comic style.
That'd be cool.
And and what ended up happening is I liked the painterly style so much that I went back and redid all the book in that painterly style. That was 80 pages in already, so.
That's.
I was just thinking, like, wait, isn't your whole book painterly style? So.
Yeah.
It was worth it though, right?
100% worth it. And everybody really likes the painterly style and whatnot, so I'm like, yes. And I'm having way more fun doing it in that style because it's kind of, it meshes more with my strokes and the marks I like to make and everything. You know, what they would refer to as an artist style.
I'm not a big fan of the just get it done logic that I keep seeing passed around these days, because it assumes that one of the only deciding factors is the speed, is actually getting the thing finished. But what if you are trying to make the something really special? Mm-hmm. So sometimes there are different priorities, and in that case, it seems like you wanted to make a particularly attractive book, and it's like, hey, it takes time and experimentation to get there.
And it was 100% worth it. It's kind of, you come from video games, and you were talking, and I unfortunately had to be muted when you said Sunset Overdrive, and I was like, I love that one.
Nice.
But it's kind of a problem right now with a lot of video games is they're shipping them out unfinished because they know they can patch it.
Yeah, day one DLC, day one patch.
Yeah. And also they're forcing all the artists and all the people that are working really hard on it to crunch to get out, just to get something out, a product out. And it became and you kind of look back at older games that were really, really great, how long it used to take them, and they were in tiny teams, these tiny teams of people.
Well, sometimes the tiny teams are actually the most efficient, because you the problem with so I have this, I came up with a little equation that I can't describe verbally. But basically, I'll do my best. The idea was, if, let's say, for example, you have a 10-person team, and just assume that that's the standard. So there's however long the project takes, say it takes a year, okay, and you have 10 people working on it. If you think that if you add 10 more people, you'll get it done in 6 months, it doesn't work that way. If you add 10 more people, you might take a month or 2 off. So there's like an exponential drop off the more people you add. So it's like, if you had 50 people or 100 people, it doesn't go 5 or 10 times faster. It'll go maybe twice as fast by adding 5 times as many people, if that makes sense. Because with everybody that you add, you have more communication that needs to happen, more meetings, more organization, more everything. When it's a smaller team, everyone is kind of keeping more stuff in mind for themselves. They're taking on more tasks. Smaller teams can often go faster than larger teams.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Also, it has to do with, these conflicting ideas. Like, you look at Anthem and how big of a team it had and everything, but the direct, like, how many different directors and how many different people were in charge, no one actually knew who was actually in charge, and that ended up making it so that they went through, 4 years of just what is it called? Blue sky phase.
Oh, right.
And then they pushed out a project in 6 months out of that, because there was no one in charge to say, like, these are the ideas, this is what we're going to do, we're going to focus on this, and in a small team, they could have, what your job is, you push it, and also you get to make executive decisions, and you get to make them, like, in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We found one of the things that, like, to be fair, I mean, Insomniac was a great company to work for a lot of reasons. They really they prioritized differently from a lot of companies. They really prioritized a stable work environment so people could be there and not feel like they're gonna have to find another job next year. Which, I mean, they brag about that in their marketing videos for recruitment, but it's really true. In fact, if anything, they undermarket that, because that was almost kind of one of their biggest aspects. I don't think I'm breaking NDA talking about that. I don't think it counts as breaking NDA if you're overly complimentary about some sort of.
Yeah, if you're bragging, nah.
If I'm bragging,
they should be paying you still.
Yeah, they're not, by the way. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the other thing that's kind of a big deal is, look, if you have 100 people on a creative project, you're one of 100 people. You have a it's maybe it's a bit of an ego thing, but artists need a little bit of pride and a sense of ownership in what they're working on, and to give their absolute best. To really care about something, you want to have a sense of ownership, and I think a small team allows for that maybe a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. Not always, I mean, it depends.
Yeah, that'd be great to see, like, a big publisher get a studio, but then have like 100 small game projects with teams of like no more than 10. So
that
what I mean?
Is an awesome idea.
And just to pump out like just a bunch of really cool creative things and see what they come up with in like 5 years. Give them like you have 5 years. This is your small team and stuff, and you have, and this is what we're gonna do. And I guarantee that you would get like if you have the right talent, you'd get some extremely good gems.
Yes, but everybody would be passionate about their own projects. That's the thing too. You know what company actually tried something similar to that is Double Fine. So they had a similar thing where they kind of let there be a lot of brainstorming for game ideas, and they would have these smaller projects turn into a game, and that was kind of cool to see what came out of that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just for that first initial phase, yeah, that'd be really cool. Like maybe not even like completed projects, but just to figure out really really good creative ideas.
Yeah.
Pursue.
It's like an incubator, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's like EA, and they're just like, how much money can we squeeze out of people?
Right. Yeah. There's an order of events like, hey, let's make a good project, and then if it takes off, you'll make good money on it.
But now, how can we monetize this?
Customers don't seem to like that kind of thing very much.
The stream just turned into video game talk. This is game design talk. It was
Hey,
hijacked.
come on. Games are fun.
No, they are. I spent way too much time and money on games. I may actually have a comic if I hadn't have spent as much time as I do on that. But no, I'm not calling it a liability. It's very inspiring at times, actually.
They're good until you're addicted to them.
Until you're addicted to them.
Until you go to sleep at night and you dream about it, you wake up and you're like, man, I gotta go play.
Mm-hmm. Yep. God.
Yeah, the best of them have done that to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
My friend John Lindauer is here. Hey, John. Woohoo.
Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Everyone say, hey, John.
Hi, John.
The first
up,
guy
John?
to hire me in LA doing storyboards. And
Nice.
we became great friends after that.
Nice.
And he's probably the only director that I've remained great friends with for 20 years.
That's sad, but it's good.
Very nice guy. Anthony, did you know you're back on?
I didn't for like a little bit. And so I was just listening to the conversation.
Yeah.
I couldn't add to it, but I was listening. And,
Yeah,
hi, everyone. I'm back.
Hi.
Welcome
So I only have, again, just a little bit of short time. But I always keep forgetting to thank you, Jason, for letting me on. Like I'm at the end, I'll just see ya, bye. And then and I'm like, oh, yeah, I should have thanked him. So I'll say that now before if I forget again at the end.
Oh, good. Well, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to show you some pages of seasons.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Oh, man, I just realized I drew over top of my sketch.
Oh no.
But what's interesting is I can go back to the live stream and take a screenshot and then trace over that. Yes.
Oh
Wow.
man, that is the most positive response to that horrible problem.
Wow.
I would have just died in the inside. I would just
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a little bit of dying until I realized, hey, I'm streaming. It's also. What is that noise?
Somebody came up with some noise.
Sorry, that's the sound of my brain.
Oh,
It's noisy. That's right.
sorry.
Let me put it
Probably
on.
meds for that.
Oh, Anthony, tell me when you're ready.
Oh, it's ready.
Where is it? I don't see your screen.
Oh, I'm supposed to do share. Haha.
It helps. It really helps.
Share.
Oh, that's me. Why am I on there?
Because I put you on there until Anthony's ready.
You're the until
Whoops.
Anthony guy.
I guess. I'm like the hype man. I'm the worst hype man ever.
You're opening for Anthony.
Oh, we lost him. Bye.
Anthony, I can see you twice, but I can't see your screen.
I think he just left.
Let me just put you on twice. Just joking. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Bob, you're the main act.
Yep, that's it. I'm give up. We were really waiting for. This is my neck breaker scene. I need to make like a bunch of different ways of fighting dragons. All these little dragons throughout, and this gal, she's brutal. I just think she's great.
Yeah.
I like the look of his face. I've been this guy. In fact, 2020 is her, and I'm the dragon. This is the.
Hi.
That's the face I'm making currently. Terrible jokes. But yeah, did he just hang up? Kind of like what I did.
It's not really. I don't know what's going on with Anthony.
So I keep hitting. I'll hit share screen, and then it just shuts down the whole internet, and then it locks me out the whole thing. So I have to then click on Chrome again, and then I have to restore the page. So I'm gonna try again with the share screen.
Okay.
Because I closed everything else, and I'm like, all right, let's see what's gonna happen. Let me make sure. I don't know what else is on. I don't know what's causing it to just spaz out. Hold on a second. Let's see. Share screen.
I still have internet. I still do. Nope. He just froze.
It looks like
but he froze on a nice happy expression.
Yeah. Could have been much worse. Could have been much worse. I don't think why it's doing that.
Sorry, Anthony. I don't know if you can hear me.
that dragon expression.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with it. I have no idea.
Well, I do have 3 screens that are being shared, so maybe it's too many. Let me unshare my screen. Okay, let's try one more thing. Let me trash my screen. And now let's see if you can try it again.
Okay. Share. I'm afraid. Let's see. Share screen.
Nope. I love how he said it and it just zoop.
Yeah, just like going into the Matrix.
He's gonna have to watch the VOD just to see how awesome this is.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 of you.
2 of me now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's like how would I show this camera to show my screen instead of having to like share that to press that share screen button? I don't know. Anyways,
well, there's always next time.
Yeah, there's always next time.
Has it ever worked for you before? Is this
oh geez. First time it's happening. I don't know.
Just bend your screen in half to point at itself.
Right?
I know, right? Let's say like hold on. You can probably
it'd be awesome if you had a mirror. Do a mirror.
I have this. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Best thing I've ever seen.
There you go.
Okay, we gotta put you full screen now.
Yeah, put it full screen.
Okay.
That works.
Hold on.
Let's see, let me turn this.
This is frighteningly low tech. I love it.
Oh,
wow.
Hey, nice.
The beauty. That's beautiful, Anthony.
That's nice. Cool. You know, there is something kind of cool about this view.
Yeah.
It's kind of analog. No, it's great.
Sorry,
there, and then
I said it was beautiful. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's getting really womanly. And then this part right here was pretty cool. So there's supposed to be a guy that's supposed to be. So this was that other page that I was working on that last time.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make it more fun to do. Let's see here. So he's flying up. He's trying to hold the house up. Fletcher comes over, holds up the house, and he comes down there. But what's happening is that he's invisible, so he can't. So you flip the page and you go, and he's actually not there. The guy he's talking to him, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know he's being talked to by some guy that's like hovering over him, and so he has to help him because he can see him, and then he tells him that his wife's stuck in the house, and so he flies into the house right there. That's it.
You've got a fantastic design sense because you know where you want to leave spaces, and that's really tough for me to figure out. I never have any confidence that it's like, oh, I can leave this space and have, but that way it becomes so much more expressive.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I've very like if you ever see. You can check out the whole book for free on seasonsthecomicbook.com, and then you can see from page 1. You can see from page 1 how different I've not so much like I guess the art style, but what I've done with Clip Studio Paint, what I was capable of doing with it.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I've figured all this out, and and then I was going through the pages and stuff, and I was like. I'm really happy with all the work that came out with these issues. See, like this right here.
Oh, that's great
stuff. Really amazing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
so good.
There.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
detail.
That's
this RV.
Wait, you can't go that fast. Wait, go back up to the
go back to that panel. Oh man,
that's
Anthony. Are you working from live models or photos of models?
I am looking at photos. Like I'll like this is me running, like jumping around and stuff like that, and that's it. But most of the time it's like it's most of it it'll be like photos. But I'll like this. I just some of these I'll just draw. Like I'll just do that. Like I didn't like my pose, like or whatever, and
No, you could tell because
Yeah.
it's a believable level
Yeah.
of detail. Very believable.
It's a
and-
very very confident use of abstraction there with that, and that's tricky to figure out.
Yeah, this was like a very. I love this panel.
Yeah.
And then like
Can you show that panel in context with a page as well? Can you zoom out a little bit?
oh
Just so
yeah,
I'm just curious to see how that. Yeah, it works
darn
well.
it. Sorry.
It works well together with everything. It's
Oh.
that's the other
Yeah.
man. If
Oh,
I try
man.
doing that, it's just a mess.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a good example of the
panel,
rest.
that
you're
lower
talking
panel.
about. There's a lot of rest on that left-hand panel, and then right into the chaos of that upper right is just
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. It's like
Go to that last panel, Anthony.
Here.
That's nice.
Awesome. That reminds me of like Akira type stuff right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Epic.
So good.
yeah. This I kept changing up the pose. I was like, first his hands were up like he was lifting up a barbell, but I was like, no, it doesn't look right.
Right.
And so then I just had it like kind of resting on his like the back of his head, and I thought this was pretty cool.
Very cool.
So like that, and then like page 5 here was sort of like this is the beginning of a friendship kind of thing. They're like walking together,
Yeah.
looking at the wreckage and stuff, and all together there.
That's interesting with the house in the top right there in the top panel there in the background. That's
Oh, right there, yeah.
It's I wouldn't have thought to make that solid black, but it really works.
See it there, and then this one's kind of everything. It's kind of slow right there in the beginning, and so I'm trying to think of little tricky things. So like, see this panel here? He's supposed to be transparent, like kind of walking through the water. It's splashing against him here.
Oh.
Little fun things.
It's somehow energetic and calm at the same time, which is really
Well, thanks.
like it's
Yeah.
so. You know what it kind of reminds me of? There was a movie that had what is it now? It had Pierce Brosnan in it. It was about the English Prime Minister. What was it now? It was like, say it again.
The
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
what is it now? But it had some kind of like oceanscapes that had it was like a very tumultuous sort of gray, cloudy. It's sort of always a little bit upsetting. Every shot was a little bit uncomfortable, but it also was very calm at the same time. It was peaceful to look at, but it was tense and peaceful at the same time. Yeah, that's killer.
Wow.
And this was we wanted to start off the whole first page of the bang.
Yeah.
That's your first page.
This is page 1 of this is like issue 6, and so it's like right when we wanted to open up the page to this
That's
right
cool.
here.
That's awesome. That's 2020.
Well, I'm happy I joined so I can learn about Anthony's comic here.
Yeah, thanks. And then the issue 5, I was looking at some pages I wanted to show you guys, and this was one of them, like one of the full page here. So this is when he sees the previous issue. He's talking to her within like a sort of like a twister, basically like a hurricane. And that's why you see all the wreckage in the first page that I showed you. And she caused all that wreckage, and she's talking to him about the things that she saw and explaining it, and so this is the first appearance of her. It's like he shows up.
Oh, that's
Wow.
sweet.
That's
And
just
so-
crazy.
So he was running super fast, and then he like stops, and then right there on the beach, right, like this is where it was coming from the ocean across the country, basically, and he just like ran as fast as he could, and he stops right here, and then he's like kind of tilting over, falling and whatever, after running so fast and seeing all this, and then, witnessing all that.
Wow.
Well done.
That's really good, Anthony.
Well, there you go.
So where can I go find this?
I know
So this is all for free on seasonsthecomicbook.com.
Got a book
Seasons, yeah, you can go.
When are you guys doing the new campaign or a new Kickstarter campaign?
We're really gonna try. I'm gonna try to get all this done in about roughly about 2 months. We're gonna try to get all these pages done for 4, 5, 6. I'm on issue 6, so I think there's only 3 issues, so 7. Yeah, so it should take about about another 2 months, and then we'll have the campaign up for volume 2 for summer.
Sweet.
Yeah. And that's seasonsthecomicbook.com, and check it out there.
Check it out there. Well, I think there's 38 people watching. You probably have 38 new fans right now.
Nice. Yeah, no, I saw I saw the compliments come up and everything. So thanks, guys.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Mia just put the link in. Seasonsthecomicbook.com.
Oh, thank you. There you go.
Mia, if you're not doing anything, you can come on if you want. If you want, I'll send you a link. I guess I didn't send you a link. Did I? I don't know. Did I? Help. Someone else. To do this stuff.
All right, guys. So I gotta eat lunch.
I see.
Wanted to show you some stuff.
Show amazing stuff and then just take off.
Later. Yeah.
Bye, Anthony.
Beat that, guys.
But this is like I'm trying to because this takes a long time to draw. I'll be drawing this for like just a few days, and so I'm trying to work on a different, easier style now, so I can like crank out like 4 pages like Doug Tenaple does on every day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that, but I don't know. Even my simple stuff is kind of almost turning into this.
Yeah, don't abandon that stuff.
Oh yeah, let it be what it'll be, man.
Yeah.
So it takes you.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, Anthony. Thanks for showing your stuff too.
Oh, and Nandor is watching. That's the writer of Seasons.
Yay!
It's like I'm watching the live stream. All right. So see you later.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Anthony.
It was nice to meet all of you guys.
Pleasure.
If you guys, I don't know if you guys are any of you guys are on Instagram, but I'm Anthony DG Clark. That's my handle on Instagram.
Okay.
I'll follow you guys too.
I'll find you.
Follow me. Anyways, all right. Next time, and thanks again, Jason.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Like
Anytime.
Anthony DG Clark. Oh, there he is. I found him.
You should have him on Drawn and Quartered.
Oh yeah.
What is drawn and quartered?
Well, actually, we should have everybody here on Drawn and Quartered.
Yeah.
We should just go. Jason, you could just start your own.
Oh, I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah, Jason, get on it, will you?
Drawn and Quartered is. Do you guys know who Mike S. Miller is?
No. I may have to look that up.
I'm not cool enough to know people.
Oh,
come on.
Well, he used to work for DC. He did Injustice.
Oh.
And he has his own comic and show and everything, and he does YouTube stuff. And on Wednesday nights, he does this art competition called Drawn and Quartered, where he brings on pros to compete against each other for 2 hours, and they all have to draw a theme. And at the end, the audience gets to vote on it.
High pressure.
That's
High
fun.
pressure. And
But
Jason,
everyone's really nice on the show, so it's like I was super like nervous going on it.
Jason killed it last week, though.
Somehow that turned out.
Good, really good. I was like, man.
Yeah, I was. Happy.
What did you end up doing?
Oh, let me show you.
Stuff like this is going to only get more popular now that we're all on lockdown. And I saw that. That was good.
Oh, cool.
Oops. Can't show.
Hey, I know those two.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
I'm always in the way. Yeah, I did that one. I cleaned it up a little bit more after the show was done.
So was the challenge specifically to draw those two characters or what?
It was to draw Final Fantasy VII, something from Final Fantasy VII.
Okay. So it's pretty open in terms of what you could do.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right. Neat.
And they watch you as you do it, right? It's like this.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
But you only have 2 hours.
Oof. I got invited to be a part of a virtual talent contest for somebody's birthday. I'm like, okay, let's do it. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what is that?
I'll just show up and draw stuff.
Virtual talent contest.
Not contest, like a show rather. We're not competing. Like there's some musicians and there's. I shouldn't say contest. I definitely wouldn't have done that if it was a contest. But I just think it's cool. They're not able to have a birthday party, so let's figure out new ways to do this stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, drawn and quartered. We should do our own version. Except we won't have such a cool name. Come on.
Yeah, it's really generic, like drawing contest.
Drawing guys. Or girls. Drawing people.
What would you cut? Yeah, what would the name be? Did you already say? I was just distracted for 30 seconds, so I'm just going to repeat everything you just said. Think I'm clever about it? What would you call it?
We don't know. We're brainstorming that right now.
Drawn in half dollarly. That's the lamest thing that could ever be said.
That was tough.
Sketch and half dollarly. Sketch and cents.
Sketch and cents.
You have to, but when you tell people about it, you have to read it in the most dejected voice because of how lame it is. Come and join Sketch and half dollarly. Couldn't make it into drawing quarterly. Join us.
Oh man, that's good.
If you failed at drawn and quarterly,
come to Sketch and half dollarly. Real disappointed.
All the consolation people come here. Yes.
Are you the kind of person who says things that gets courtesy laughs from people?
Oh yeah.
Then you will be welcomed into Sketch and half dollarly.
You still won't be funny, but we will welcome you.
You won't be funny, but we might laugh.
you'll feel funny. No, you're not funny.
Too late.
The difference of being laughed with and laughed at.
Oh, what difference does it make?
Oh.
As long as the sound of laughter is happening, that's all that matters.
It's supposed to be contagious.
Yeah.
What to say about that?
I'll let you know when I figure that out.
Right. Did he say that he was doing all that in Clip Studio?
I
Remember.
Anthony? Yeah, I believe it's all Clip Studio.
Oh, we lost. We lost another. Another one bites the dust.
Who was that? Who left?
Well, he didn't have a camera, so we don't care.
Oh.
He who shall not be named.
Well, Mia came and kicked him out, it looks like.
No, I guess
Hi, Mia.
Hi.
Hey, Mia, I need to make, or you need to make one of these. Well, here, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I started making this for me. Boom. So whenever someone says, "Hey, what's that? What's Cintiq? What do you like using? What books do you? What are we working on?" You know. And I was thinking it would be great to all the regular guests. We could just go. I could have one of these and just be like, "Bam!" Because everyone asks about you, Mia. Where do I go?
That's a good idea.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll make one of those. Do you want
I'll
to
send you a
look,
template. If you want to build one of those, I'll throw it up every time you come on.
Okay. I'll do it.
Same with all you other regulars. Do it. If you don't ever want to come on the show again, then I won't do it.
I enjoy it. It helps me get stuff done.
Yeah.
This is only my second time, so I can't claim regularity.
It's number 2 though. That's still better than just once.
It'll be 3. Well, it's better than number 2.
I won't. I'll be like YouTube. I won't tell you what that magic number is. I'll just
There you go.
I'll just hang that carrot in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on for a year, Jason. Am I regular now? No.
Sorry.
No one asks about you. Sorry.
No.
Oh.
Twitch is the same way. If you're trying to make affiliate and stuff, they just kind of surprise. You can, they don't actually tell you. You have to just keep asking. How about now? Are we there yet?
We're getting clear. We're getting close to that. I'll let you know. I'll update my rules and terms and conditions and send them to all you.
Okay.
Oh, the other stream, last Friday's stream, after it was done, YouTube just sent me this takedown notice, and it said, "Sorry, you violated our terms and conditions. We've removed your stream because it's whatever." And I was like, "What?" So I sent an appeal. I was like, "I don't know what in the world I violated," and then all of a sudden it was back up. So
That's happening to a huge amount. I've been on 3 streams already where in the middle of the stream they just kick it. It just stops.
really?
in the middle
Yeah.
of the game, damn.
Yeah, in the middle of the stream it'll just stop, and then they did what you did, which was appeal, and then YouTube was like, oh, I guess it's fine.
Hmm.
So it's
I'll have to try
like
it.
right now the bots are having seizures.
Oh,
They're scanning everything.
Screaming.
So
One stuff. Yeah.
Mine, it's always over music, and it's not. I mean, it's all royalty free. I actually pay to have royalty free music. The right to use it, and they send me things. Sorry, you know.
Oh, that's probably what it was. Because when I started the show, I played a song I just finished at the very beginning for the intro.
And it was your song.
It was, yeah.
Brilliant. They're trying to protect your copyright from yourself.
I filed a claim against myself.
Oh. Dissociative identity disorder. So yeah, maybe we lose people because there's just too much going on in the stream. I guess we should tell people, hey, if you know, I'll volunteer to be bumped if somebody needs to come on. I feel terrible.
Oh, there he is. Sorry, Dave. I see you. I see you in the background. Oh, wait. There's more. There's Steve. Can I add Dave too? Oh, I can add all you.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
You're muted, Steve. Can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. Steve's muted.
Sorry, I can read lips.
Yeah, I'm muting myself.
Oh, there we go. You knew you'd blow the speaker.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, he's back. Davey's back.
If you have a screen to share, Steve, you're more than welcome to share it. If we'll see if it works, okay? Sometimes it doesn't work.
yeah, don't be lame like Dave.
That guy's lame. Oh wait, Dave's back. Who said that?
Yeah,
Who said-
don't try to draw and Procreate and stream on an iPad.
Jeez.
It's currently yelling at me.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the audacity.
I wasn't made for this.
No.
Okay, I see. Oh, no, I don't see your screen, Steve.
Steve leave?
There we go.
Yeah.
Did it kick you off?
No, I accidentally closed one of the screens.
Oh.
Mistake. You know, I had to shave for you, Jason.
Shave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a judger of shaving.
I had to go shave all that nonsense off my face. It was just getting ridiculous. I was like, I haven't seen this young boy in like 6 years. So what's going on, people? Everybody having a good time drawing? That's just beautiful artwork. Look at this. Just all I see is money. I'm gonna end up spending. Look at this money, more money I'm spending. Wife yelling at me. More books coming in the house. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, Steve's a good customer.
No, Jason, I have a problem. Let's get it.
That's the first step. That's the first step is admitting that.
I have a problem. All right. I have a storage place full of comic books. Like I have a 30-year collection. It's terrible.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad.
I'm working
But
on
yeah, no, I'm trying to add my own book to that collection. So we'll see. Yeah, let me try to share the screen, and hopefully I don't end up like Anthony.
Just booted.
Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious. I was like, he's like, girl.
Sorry, bro.
I was like, yo. Yeah, you guys said you use Clip Studio, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know that? I don't know if any of y'all know, but do you know it has like that 3D binding thing where you can actually look at your book as you go?
Really?
Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. Hold on.
Let's check it out.
Where is the share screen? Oh, hey, look, I can read. I can read. All right. Share screen. Yes. I'm sharing this one.
Oh, look at that. We
Can you see it? Yay! Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, dude. Back to the top because that's the bottom of the thing. All right. So if you click here and you go to export multiple pages and you go to 3D preview for binding. Well, first of all, you got to make sure your pages are actually saved. So let's save everything. Yeah, you got to save like everything you're working on. So if you're working on like multiple pages at the same time, and I love this because I'm able to look at the book and then I can see what's close to the binding and I can move stuff over. So it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. So I found this by accident. I was just messing around with it. And it literally like just pulls everything up. So yeah, so you go to export the 3D binder and then hopefully this works. And then you get this. Yay.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
So many pages. That's awesome.
Is that how thick it's gonna look?
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not.
Clip Studio thinks it's that big.
I hope not. And then you can actually just open the book and see the pages.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's fun.
So satisfying.
Yeah, it is. It's great because I'm able to just see every single thing on every page. You can even turn it around, see the back page, the back of the book that you want, the way you want it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is why, and I love Clip Studio. It's cheap. I got this thing on Black Friday for $88.
Nice.
It's amazing.
I don't remember buying.
And that's like the Super Pro edition. That's usually like $300 or something.
Yeah.
Nice.
I caught it on the sale. It was great. I love it, and I can't wait to finish this book. Jason, I don't think I'm doing another book this size again.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it. I no.
Well,
My next book's gonna be 80 pages. What'd you say, Jay?
give it some time. You'll be like, I'm never gonna do this again. And then a year later, you'll be like, all right, I'm starting my 2,000-page book.
Jason knows I've been doing this book. I look at my files. I've been doing it like for crazy. But the thing is, the difference is, like I told Jason, what I do is I create the characters and the environment in 3D, and then I break it down and make it look like 2D, and then I'm going to send it out to be colored. So I'm actually skipping a step when it comes to inking, and that's the great part about it. And the beautiful thing is that I can get out of myself, like I always say, because when I create it in 3D, you know how you have an idea, like, okay, let me see one of the pages, one of my favorite pages. Where is it? All right.
You got a lot to go through there.
Yeah, I know.
Is this a U.S. comic standard size, or are you?
Yeah, this is a U.S. comic standard size. Like one of my favorite scenes was this fight scene on the train, and he's running out. This guy's name is Mason. He's able to create like any weapon he can think of using his nanotechnology that's in his body, the bloodstream and everything. But literally, he could come up with anything. So this is like one of the only, like, my main character's name is Curse, and he's on top of the train, and as you can see, the bullets come flying out of the top of the train, and then they turn into spiders. So this scene right here, I was actually debating about like how I'm gonna do this, and this is like one of the only splash pages I made in this thing where it goes from side to side like this, and he's jumping. When I did this, I didn't know if I wanted it from the top, from the side, from the bottom, but when you do it in 3D, you're able to just get out of your own head and just spin the whole character around in different camera angles, and then I just render it out and bring it out, and then I'm able to just bring it into Clip Studio and just paste it inside. And then of course I draw on top of it if I need to, but it's such a time saver for me because I have but so much time. I have this much time, and it helps me so much because I don't have to sit there and ink everything. It pretty much comes out like this, and I could play with the lighting. I could do anything I want to do. So the modeling is the hardest part initially, but then once you got the characters, is so if I do a sequel to this book, the consistency of the way the characters will look will be perfect because it's going to be the exact same thing.
That looks pretty rad.
Thank you so much. Like, this took forever, but the thing is that as the book goes on, I don't want to get too deep into it, but as the book goes on, you can really see I got better and better and better because I started breaking panels and all this other stuff. Like, all of a sudden I'm into breaking panels. Like, everything is like towards the end, every panel is broken. Everybody's flying out of a panel. So it was just one of the best times I had. This is one of my favorite scenes right here. This panel right here. I actually made this into a T-shirt.
Oh,
This part right here. So I loved it. I love it. But as you can see, I still have to get it colored. Some people told me they want it in black and white. Some people like they can't wait for it in color. And I'm trying to. I don't know if I'm gonna do a black and white edition. Maybe the first couple of pages as a floppy, as one of the goals.
right.
Some people were asking me about that. Some of the comic book heads were asking me about that. But other than that, that's about it. This is why I love this. Like I said, if you guys can do this with your book, you should. Like, you can literally see the book as you go along. And this is how every time I add one thing. Oh, and you could go down here, and if I can see it, because this thing says hide. Oh crap! How do you do this? How do I get past this little thing?
Just click hide.
Hide.
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. You can actually skip to the page that you need.
Oh, wait.
You know, so you can actually, like, if I wanted to jump to page 137 and just go here, I can go to that page and see that page and see exactly how it's going to look when it's sort of printed, you know? So I love it. I love Clip Studio. It's like
There's a lot of pages in there, isn't there?
it's 200 and
Something. That's a lot.
244 I'm up to.
Oh, so no big deal.
Nah, no big deal. I learned it from Jason. I learned it by watching you.
Oh, man.
You know, Jason, when I looked at his books and I seen the way he did things, I was just like, I love the fact that it's just everything's out there. He's just like, yo, here's the story, here's the whole thing. And I wanted to do the same thing with this book. I just want to put it out there. I do want to do a sequel to this book, but I'm building it's like with this book, I'm building two worlds at the same time. So towards the end of the book, I'm a big anime fan, and I love the way that they tell stories. You know, it progressively just, you know, you see like the main character just growing and growing and growing throughout the story. And then at the end, at the climax of it, you see, you know, the person gets all powerful and this, that, and the other, but he still has something he has to overcome at the end, which is most stories. But I just love that. And then the fighting sequences and stuff with the animes, I'm trying to throw that in. And hopefully the storytelling will be pretty good too. But I can't wait to get this colored. The cover here is actually colored by my friend. His name is Tom Velez. And if you ever, well, I did this. I really don't like this part. I'm going to change the face. I didn't like the way I did the face, but Tom did this for me. And I actually made it into a giant poster that's sitting right in front of me. I've told that to Jason before, which motivates me. But Tom is like an amazing artist. I don't understand how he's like not one of the top dudes out there. I met him actually, like he did a Wolverine and Deadpool thing, and I thought he ripped it off because I met him at a con. And I told him, I was like, oh, so we're stealing people's artwork and calling it our own, are we? And he was like, no, I did this. And that's how we became friends.
That's a crazy way to start being a friend.
and it was just an icebreaker. He was just like, yeah. But it was hilarious. And then he colored this for me. The black and white looked great, but when he colored it, it was just like really, really dope. Oh God, I'm showing off pages I'm not supposed to be showing off. Oh God, yo.
Spoilers.
Delete that. Delete it. I just showed the end of my book. Delete it. Don't show that part, Jason.
Okay.
Oh God.
Now you got to talk to YouTube and they'll take it down.
Hang on, I'm wiping part of my brain.
Don't show that part. Don't show that
Steve,
part.
can I ask you a bit about your 3D process? Because I'm curious about a couple of things.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's I done a little bit of 3D models in Clip Studio. I'm wondering how are you posing out your models? Are you doing everything in Clip Studio, or are you working with different software?
I'm using Poser.
Okay.
And Poser is like a program that I thought like years ago I would end up using some way somehow, and I just didn't bother with it after a while. And then later on, I came back to it because I was I was working with this artist, and I mean, I can draw and everything, but it's never to the level that I originally wanted it to look like. So I was working with this artist, and he was a little prima dominant-ish, if that's a word, and he was getting on my last nerves, and so I ripped up the pages in front of him and got upset.
Oh.
And then it spawned into a very real friendship.
Actually, we are friends now. And then because I paid for it already.
Steve hides all of his
Yeah. Yeah. You should have heard of how I belittled Jason when we first started out. But
hey,
Steve's first YouTube video was a video that was titled "I Hate Jason Brubaker."
Because Jason, if you go to my YouTube channel, Jason has a way of making me just spend money and just keep spending money, and I'm just like, this guy is since the first book. And honestly, Jason, I don't even remember how I got introduced. I think it was YouTube. I got introduced to your stories and stuff, and then it was just amazing to me. So I was like, okay. But then, yeah, I hated him because it was just money. I just kept spending and spending and spending.
I watched that video. I saw it in my YouTube recommends. I clicked, and I was about to click. I thought, wait a minute, who has a problem with Jason Brubaker? and then I clicked on the video, and I'm watching. I'm like, oh, you
got him. Yeah. All right, but I'm gonna try to load up a character, and I'll show you what my process is, and I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. If this thing loads, I need a new system, new computer. My computer is a little. Please don't crash on me, baby, because I insulted you. I'm sorry. It's a little slow for doing like 3D. I bought like a gaming system, but it's like 5 years old now, so time to upgrade. So hopefully by Christmas I'll be able to get something new. But yeah, I'll try to load something up and show you. It's files after files. I save everything just in case. And I'm about to buy like some storage on Google Drive so I can upload everything. Because I've got, like, if you look at all the files I have, I think it's like almost 100 gigs worth of files, because I'm doing backgrounds, I'm doing characters, and
that's for pages 1 through 5.
Stay tuned for page 10 through whatever.
Once we invent more internet,
Steve can show him the rest of his stuff. But yeah, to me, like I said, it really helps you get out of your own head and your own space by doing it in 3D. Because I saw Jason do it with his vehicle, and I was like, that's cool. And the beautiful thing about it is that when you design something in 3D outside of Clip Studio, if you do it like OBJ file, you could actually bring it in, and kind of put it where you want it, and just move it around, and just if you want to draw over it, you can.
Well, Steve, if I can interrupt real quick, one thing that's kind of cool is you can bring in OBJ, but you can also bring in an FBX file.
Yes.
You can pose it. If you have it rigged up, you can actually pose it in Clip Studio as well.
Right. But what I'm doing is that, like I said, I'm designing the scenes. But what I'm also doing, like I said, my computer's kind of slowing down a little bit. So, Jason, you're still showing stuff you're not supposed to show. You're killing me, Jay. You're killing me.
He's gonna make another video. Why I Hate Jason Brubaker Part 2 coming up.
How Jason ruined my book.
Button says I approve. Jason Brubaker can look at all my files.
Oh, Jason's killing me. Oh man, he's killing me. Oh man.
Okay.
Hold up.
Here,
let me just
put it on mine for a second.
Because the computer, it's still loading. I don't know why it's taking forever to load this thing. But
either I'm having
it takes a while.
Flip that thing. You flipped it, didn't you? Looks good though.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it does look good.
It's a really good balance, Jason. That's tough to work out all those curls so that they don't attract too much attention. But it's
yeah. Absolutely. That is dope. Oh man. So Jay, you're gonna do you said a complete book of this? You know, not just the little ones you've been sending out, right?
Yeah. So the plan is to get the first 300-page volume out by the end of this year through Kickstarter and delivered to people.
Okay, 300 pages. See, y'all talk about me. Where you think I learned it from? Like this guy right here. Like, come on, man. Okay, this thing is not cooperating. What are you doing? I'm gonna have to crash this thing. I don't want to do that.
Let me know when you're ready, Steve.
Yeah, I will. As soon as this thing cooperates. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more speed. X. Turn that down, please. I'm on the computer.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Teenager. Care less. They're like, oh.
I'm gonna get copyright strike from my music.
Video part 3.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Why I hate teenagers part 3.
Part 1. Do you have a teenage child? Me too. Let me tell you why I can't stand it.
And the worst part is they forced me to care about them and love them.
And love them and feed them and clothe them. And I think it's against the law, like, not to do these things. I can't. Oh my God. Are you gonna load or not? I don't want to crash it because if it crashes, I may lose the file I was working on.
No.
Yeah, it's all right though, because that's the beautiful thing about it too. If it does, I can always go back to the last one, and then I could just rig it real quick in Poser and just get it done. Like I studied the nonsense out of Poser. I was like, listen, I need to figure this out. If I got to deal with one more artist, I'm going to be quite upset. You know, I don't understand like people that are not like even people that are like, I guess, quote unquote famous, or they're established. Like, what's with the attitude and things like that? I don't get it. Like, I really don't understand. There's no reason for it.
Jason?
Yeah.
She said Jason. Jason's like, what? I ain't do nothing. What? He's like, you're not talking about me. All right, Jay. We're ready to go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Promise.
Okay.
Yes. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay. So this is my character, Curse. This is what you call it? Poser. And I designed him. I'm sorry, I had an elder moment. I had designed him, but the beautiful thing is like, okay, you see that, like I would say, you see how he's walking here, and you have it here, and you're like, oh, okay, this is how I want him to walk. But then later on, when you actually bring him into the into Clip Studio and stuff, and you decide, oh man, I really don't like this angle. I don't like the way he's walking. You can actually just turn him and go this way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it still looks like he's drawn.
Right.
I will never get over how funny the navigation buttons are in Poser.
Yeah.
Check him out.
You got to definitely figure it out, but I love it. Like, because I was able to break it down. Into
I want the four-way direction arm thing with like the suit and the shirt on every sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
I want that to be a boss in a video game.
Right.
Oh, you mean this right here?
Quad hand.
I can't beat Quad hand. He's so hard. Yeah, but and then I'm able, and then the great thing is when they added this was amazing. Like I was able to deal with this now. This wasn't here before. Like in their previous versions, you weren't able to deal with this, and now I'm able to just grab the arm if I wanted to and just turn it this way, turn it that way. turn it this way. And the beautiful thing is, it's like I've paid for and designed a couple of poses already, so I'm able to just go here. And as you see here, there's a bunch of superhero poses here.
Oh.
So I'm able to just grab one. Let's say if I wanted him in this pose right here, this first one, I'm able to just click it, and there he is.
Oh.
Now, Steve. So when you import it into Clip Studio, so do you do your finished rendering in Poser, or do you bring it?
No, I do with my finished rendering in Poser, and then I bring it out as a Photoshop file, which Poser does open.
Okay.
So I'm able to just click here, like let's say like this. Hold on, before I show y'all something I'm not supposed to show y'all.
Here we go again.
Yeah, come on, Jason. Why are you keeping the screen on here? You're showing.
No. It's fine. I'm just looking at all my different renders here. Okay, so let's say because the rendering is going to take a while. So let's say if I render this out, this pose, which I actually like this pose. This pose is nice. I render this pose out. I click this. And then I render it out. Once it's finished, I go here and I say export. Once I say export, as you can see, it exports as a PSD file, which Clip opens up. So then when I go to Clip Studio, once it's finishing with Clip, I'm able to open up Clip Studio, and then let me see.
Wow.
Like let's say this particular page here. Where is it? Let's just pick a page. Like this one, let's see. All right. So this is nope. This is the old page. Sorry. Nah, this is the old way I used to do it. It used to drive me crazy. Now it's I'm doing other pages here. Let's see.
I'm impressed at how organized your brain must be.
Yeah, I'm a little. That's why I forget everything else.
Well, it's all right. I mean, you got your priorities in order.
My son comes to me, Daddy, I haven't eaten yet. Oh, sorry.
Come on, you're a teenager. Figure it out.
Figure it out. Exactly. All right, so yeah, so like here, all of this were renders already. So like if you see this page here, like right here, these are all just renders that I popped right in here. So after I render it, I'll copy it, and then I'll just create, like let's say here, if I needed it, I'll just create the panel. Hold on. I'll just create the panel here, and then I'll just, let's see, open Kill for Utopia. Scenes, where are they? Scenes, and it was the office scene. And I put everything in different scenes. So I know where everything is, hospital scene or island scene. So this was an office scene. So I'll just pop in the office and say, well, I'll just use Bridge to open it up. Hold on 1 second. This is a scene I've already done. So where is it? Office. So office.
Sorry, it's like we're streaming the frustrating parts of working when you just
What are the worst parts?
It's like a game of life.
how do I use the QuickTime Player again? I forget.
If you're bored, I can do my practice.
All right,
Wait,
so
is it QuickTime or QuickTime Pro?
all right, so let's say this is the scene that I rendered out, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I have this, and I'll just copy this, and then I'll just paste it right in here if it decides to work for me. Oh no, I copied the wrong thing. Oh, see?
Yeah.
So go back, and I'll copy this, and then I'll just paste it in here.
Yeah, remarkable.
Nice.
That is pretty rad.
And I'll just paste it in here.
And you've got it masked off there so that
Right, it's already. And the beautiful thing about Clip is that it's already masked. But the beautiful thing is, like right now, I love doing the breaking panel. So I'll do something like this, and let's say if I wanted to, I'll just delete the backgrounds off of this, and let's say this is the thing I wanted here. So I'll create this, and then I'll go in here and create a border around it, a thicker line border.
Richard asks, do they have comic book shaders in Poser now? I'm assuming that's all that is comic.
Yeah.
Shader.
Yeah. Well, this is not a comic shader. This is more like a black and white. They do have a comic shader, and then like, okay, so let's say I grab this instead, and I say a copy, and then I go back to the page, and then I say, okay, you know what? I originally wanted this to be for it to break the panel. So I'll grab this. And wait, I'll delete this. I'll paste this here. I'll scale this down to the size I want. But because I made it I deleted the background, I'm able to just take this same one, copy the same size, and hit paste. And then I'll bring this to the top. And then just kind of angle the two of them together.
Yeah.
So you can get a little border overlap. Is that the idea?
Right, a little border overlap, and then I'll just like delete the rest of it that I don't need on top here. So and that's pretty much it.
Now, if you wanted to adjust your line, are you aware of the convert brightness to opacity function?
Yes, I am. But the thing I don't like about that is that if I do that, then it literally takes everything out, all the white.
Yeah, well, I mean, you would make a white layer underneath, and then you would be able.
Yes.
Yeah, like
and
you could color lines. You know, you could do that kind of thing.
But I've noticed when I did that, when I do this, the convert opacity, it does that.
Ooh, what's going on there?
You'd have to
because of the border that I have.
Yeah. If you raster the border layer first and then do that,
right,
would be a problem.
Oh right. There you go. Or you just merge it in with another layer. It would collapse all of that.
Yeah, it collapses all of that together. But I've done that with the lines and stuff, with the backgrounds and things like that. Cool. But I love it.
Have you experimented with importing a posable figure, like with any of Clip Studio's rendering functions? Because it has a lighting function and everything. You can assign light.
I've done that because let me show you. Which page is it? This is a page that I've played around with. Where is it? Matter of fact, where is it? This is where are you?
Steve, after this, Sean is asking, how did you get those models? For instance, the robot-looking guys. Did you make them or buy them? Are they free?
I made them.
You made them. Okay.
Yeah, the armor-looking guys. I took it into a couple of guys. I took into like I kind of mashed a couple of dudes that I was playing around with, and I took the bodies into ZBrush, played around it with his ZBrush, and then brought it back into Poser.
That's cool. And then Richard is asking, what are the limitations of modeling in Poser now? Is it what it was limited before? He says
it's still a little limited, but for the most part, you can create like it's like a 3-part step. Like I deal with like because I deal with like Daz, because you could bring Daz characters into Poser. So like you can create it in Daz and then export it into Poser. But there's some limitations, but it also helps you because there's clothing and things that they already have that you could just bring in and just work it out from there. But to answer your question, if I can find this scene that I worked on.
While you're looking, have you looked into Marvelous Clothing Designer?
No, I didn't. Never know what that is.
Hooray! I finally found something. Wait, hang on. Let me relish this. I can feel smart for a minute.
Okay.
No. Marvelous Clothing Designer is great. It allows you to make all kinds of fabric clothing, and it uses cloth simulation. And what you can do is when you get your clothing made and then you bring it in, make it part of your FPX, because the rigging in Poser, it'll just bring that clothing along with the rigging of the model. You can copy the rig over to the clothing. So you'd be able to make adjustable outfits and things like that relatively quickly.
Yeah, but see, the thing for me is that it's great and you can make the model clothing and stuff. But for me, you can get it and stuff. But even if it's messed up a little bit and the clothing is coming out a little bit, I know I'm just gonna go over it and just draw over it.
Just draw over it, yeah.
Yeah, just draw over it. So it doesn't bother me too much because I don't need it to be perfect. I just need the idea of what I'm doing. Right. So when you said that you about the 3D modeling and stuff, and Clip Studio actually has it already. If I didn't already render this out, please tell me I didn't do it. No, that's not it. It's this guy I need. Where are you? Don't tell me I rendered this guy out already. Oh, perfect. This is an actual truck that's from Clip Studio.
Nice.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to just get it, and then you just make it look like it's a drawing, and it saved me a hell of a time because I hate drawing vehicles. So
I thought you were going to say I hate drawing.
Oh, I love drawing. I love drawing, but I hate drawing vehicles. So this helps me so much, and I'm able to just bring it in and just do what I need to do.
Yeah.
You guys are seeing a lot more than I'm supposed to show, but it's all right. It's okay.
It's good.
It's neat to see, though.
Mm-hmm. No, it's great, and I hope you guys really explore this program. This program is amazing. It's just amazing, and I know they showed on your last one, Jason. They showed the brushes, and all the brushes in this thing is that you can download or make your own brushes. I made a crowd brush. I made a smoke brush. It's not hard to make your own brushes, and it saves so much time.
Yeah,
it literally saves a lot of time, and you don't have to just do this. And Jason, you already know when it comes to time, I don't have a lot of it. So I gotta figure this all out.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're figuring it out. That's for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm really trying to do my best. Wow, that's gorgeous. Who's doing that?
Oops.
That would be me.
Oh man, you have a book out, Zach?
Yeah, it's the.
Damn it! I was hoping you said no.
I gotta buy it.
You have comes the next video.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, I was about to say I gotta get going. Just real quick, I just wanted to shout out Eric Nielotowski. I don't know if you remember him, Jason. His book is about to end in 12 hours, and it's Shadow Century.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And his stuff is really,
nice.
really the 90s flavor, more comics.
Yeah.
And,
oh yeah, this thing is screaming 90s. Wow.
Yeah, he's
that's
awesome.
dope. I like that opening scene. That's nice.
He's a really awesome guy too, and it's only 12 hours left on the campaign, and so if this is something that if you're having that sort of image craving, and you can't find anything. You can't find anything sufficing it. This is definitely.
Ooh, yeah, this is straight 90s. My God. It's like,
Yeah.
I stepped back in time. This is.
Mm-hmm. This definitely has a Top Cow sort of feel, and I love it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
What's it called again?
Shadow Century.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
All right, I gotta check that out.
This is yours, Zach, or your?
No, this is my friend Eric Nienoltowski. So it ends in 12 hours, and I was like, oh man, I gotta make sure I say something about this. He's been a great friend. He's been helping me a lot. So
Nice.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, thank you so much for having me on, Jason, and thank you all. It's been really fun.
My pleasure.
All right, brother, take care.
It's nice meeting you, Zach.
It was nice to meet you all. And
Zach, hold on before you go. What is that you're drawing? Like you said, you have a book out, but
yeah, my book is Golma. It's on Indiegogo. This is actually some work I'm doing for a friend whose campaign just launched today, called The Zombiful World of Oz on Kickstarter.
Oh, okay. And you're doing this out the goodness of your heart?
Yeah, because he's.
Oh man, me and you need to be friends. Oh, I like friends like you.
No, he'll first, and you'll become friends.
And you don't even have to fight him.
Yeah, you haven't insulted me yet, Steve. So I don't know if we can be friends yet.
Okay. I hate your work. Okay, here we go.
There we go. There you go.
Oh, I gotta follow you on what's your Instagram, bro?
My Instagram is. I don't use Instagram that often.
You should really know.
I should.
Yeah. You should really know, bro. Like,
it's a.
You're worse than Jason right now.
Yeah. This thing, Zach DP _ illustration. There we go.
Oh wow!
What
Beautiful.
is it?
That's great.
Zach what?
Zach DB _ illustration.
Hey, scroll down until it yells at you for not being on a phone.
Does it actually yell at you for not being on a phone if I scroll down?
It does for me anyway. It's like, listen, all right. Yeah, well, wait, go up, Beavis. Get the
right in the middle. Wait, Beavis, go down.
Oh, Beavis.
Yeah, Beavis.
it's like if you mix Beavis with Mr. Burns and Napoleon Dynamite.
Terrifying.
And Gumby.
And Gumby.
We'll end it with a Gumby. Again, thank you so much for having me, Jason, and thank you all, and have a good day, everybody.
Yep.
Nice meeting, Zach.
Take care.
Steve, you know what you should do is you should make a whole, like, every time you discover a new book, you should make a new I hate book video. But every time you make, but here's the funny part. Every time you make a video, you need to make it look like your house is a little poorer. Like every time, they're like, "Oh, I had to knock out a wall because I found this artist.
I bought this guy's book."
Like 100 videos later, you're just in a tent. Like, I lost all my money
under a bridge with just my books.
You got a house of books. It worked out in the end because the books are actually really, really good, for walls.
And I can read at the same time. They're multifunctional.
If you get bored, stare at the walls.
Exactly. Are you guys
can be fuel?
Are you looking at the chat through Instagram? I mean, not Instagram, through what you call it, YouTube, as well as being on this at the same time, or can you do that?
I can see everybody's instant
check
YouTube and Facebook if they're on Facebook right now too.
Oh, because I'm just right here with y'all, so I don't see anything else.
You should be able to pull up the comments on the side if you're you.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Very cool.
There's a comments. Live. Oh snap! Look at that. Reading is fundamental.
And Trevor asked, "Does Steve have a book?"
No, Steve has a book in progress right now. You can check me out, cureforutopia.com. Let me stand up real quick.
Ooh, he's got a shirt. There's a shirt.
I have several shirts. I am the promo king. I've been promoting this book for 3 years. You would swear to God I had a book out already.
Okay, but Steve, do you have a coffee table books?
Oh, yes. Oh no, I do not have a mug. I have to now. I have to get a mug. Thank you. Like really, just put me on the spot. Like really, do you have a mug? I just bought every book the man makes, but that's not good enough, right? That's not good enough.
Well, not
You
if you
need the
don't have
plushie,
Not for
the
Dave.
mug. Do you have one, Dave?
So anyway,
Kind of webcam.
I
Oh
was talking
my God.
earlier about I have the world's lamest coffee mug. It has the world's lamest expression on it.
I don't even have a coffee mug. Like I just drink coffee out of
It's 'cause you're buying too many
whatever
books.
cup I grab. Yeah, I'm buying too many books. That's the problem. that is the problem. Like my wife looks at me like, really? And my birthday's coming up, so it's really about to be a problem over here.
And you tell her, don't worry. Once I finish the last 1,000 pages for my book, we'll be able to sell it.
We're gonna be on Easy Street, baby.
Have books paving the walls.
Exactly, just pages after pages. But the thing is, what I'm gonna do is, seeing how this is all digital that I'm doing it, is that I'm gonna print out. I was thinking about doing this. I'm gonna run this by you guys. I was thinking about doing this as one of the goals. If you I want to print out the book in its entirety, like if it was in comic book size pages, but also just give those as like, tier giveaways, but they'll be exclusives. Like I will never print those pages out again.
Oh.
So you would, even though like I didn't draw them, traditionally, you would get a print of one of the pages. That's it. That you will only have. No
But
one will ever.
it would be like an 11 by 17 sort of like big one.
No, I'm actually gonna buy the boards, the comic book boards, and have them printed on there.
That would be pretty rad.
Yeah, and have it printed on there, and then you would choose a page that you want. And of course, I will be picking mine and pulling them to the side.
Yeah, it's cool to have it. You could do to make each one like because they are digital. You could one thing I did with a couple of art prints back a little bit was I printed on this really cool metallic paper.
Really?
Yeah, it's I don't know how to describe it. I can't remember what it's called. It's got the name of the paper has the word metallic in it. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
And it looks like metal. It looks like you're actually printing on metal, and it gives it a sheen, a kind of a metallic sheen to the art. And with black and white, it looks super killer. And it's something where because the printing is pretty distinct, it's like it gives a lot of value to it being a one-off.
Right.
You're like, because you can really, I think you need to use like an inkjet print process for it, so they'd be a little pricey to do. But that way, you could have a tier where you had, say, you introduce a tier where it's like, hey, for like, however much it is, maybe it's a little on the higher end, but you're able to get this beautiful 11 by 17 on a metallic paper. You're only going to make the one-off print,
Right.
That could be.
I definitely got to check it out. Like the ideas I'm playing around with is what you just added one to, is that plus the one I just said, and like I said before, the black and white ones, like maybe the first 20 pages or so of the book, but I'm actually gonna have it encapsulated like a slab book. I don't know if you guys know what that is, when you encapsulate the book like with a company like CGC, one of these companies, and then put that as one of the tiers as well for like actual like comic book collectors, like who like myself, who love graphic novels but also love that #1 issue. So we'll see what happens. I gotta get the book done first. Right. That's first and foremost. But I'm almost there. Like where's the paper I had here? I had a page. Here it is. I had a paper right here that I wrote down everything for the last fight scenes and everything else to end the book, and it's only 15 of them, and that's it. I'm done after that, and then I just have to go back and do the wording and add the lettering and stuff. I met a guy; he's a letterer, and he said that if I wanted to, I could send it to him, and he'll help me out. So I was like, cool, thank you.
You could even do something I was looking into is crazy. You could get a smaller thing that would be easier to ship, but would look rad. It would really be one of a kind. Is like a laser etch, like wood plank.
Oh,
You get like real thin pieces of wood, and since it's all black, like this doesn't work when you have obviously like rendered color, but when you have single areas of black and you don't have any grayscale, you could actually do like wood burning and have it be like the burned area is what is the black ink, and that looks really cool.
Well, like I said, the main thing is like what I learned early is that the book is what you want. Like honestly, with me, like it's cool when I get all these other tiers and things from people, but most of the stuff that they send me goes in a drawer somewhere. and I don't get me wrong, it's nice and neat and it's put away and stuff like that, but the book is what I want. And I learned that Jason had said that one time too, because he was doing like keychains, plushies, and all this other stuff, and he realized the book is what I'm here for. That's what I want. Give me that. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out different tiers and different things that people want. But if it starts getting to the point where it's like really pricey and stuff, then I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. Like I said, well, I just honestly I want to get the 90% of this book already done and funded. And even if I got to put my own money behind it, which is not a problem, the Indiegogo and the Kickstarter, whichever way I go, which is probably going to be Indiegogo, it's just to recoup my money. With the colorist, I got he's worked on Image, Marvel, and me and him is going back and forth with the pricing, and he's came down tremendously on his price for me. So I really can't wait to like just send him the pages. But the reason why I haven't sent him anything yet, because I want to edit it and be sure about the page. I don't want to pay for pages that I'm not using.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that's about it. Everybody's working so hard. What is this right here? Who is this?
It's Bob's screen.
Hey Bob. Hey. Hello.
Is this poster pre grabbing by the neck dragon expression?
Oh, I saw the dragon.
Yeah, this is post. It's an odd scene because my desire is, and I don't know quite how I do it. This dragon pops up out of the ground. So these are very earth-inspired dragons. So this pops up out of the ground underneath her and bears her away. So that's part of the initial flashpoint to the problem of this entire comic is that the ruler, this ruler has been stolen by the dragons. So just previous to that, she's given some instruction to her daughter and her best friends because it seemed like she knew it was coming. So there's going to be some wording in here that I think I'm going to try and clarify. It's part of the rewrite that I did. And so this is meant to be a surprise. Like, oh man, what happened? So she gets nabbed.
Very cool. Like the dragon pose. That's fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I just don't know how I'm gonna make them popping up out of the ground. So, but thank you.
That is nice. So what's the story about?
This story is I'm enjoying the idea of names, which I know has been like done a million times. But the idea that someone's name has power, and there's a name and a title like princess, which is this young girl. She's actually addressed as princess through the whole thing. She thinks that's her name. She thinks that princess is her name, and eventually, when the queen mother gets stolen, nobody knows what to do. She's been given a quest by a soothsayer to go and find her actual name, not her titles, the one that actually matters, the one that actually is going to give her some kind of power over the scenario and get her mom back. So that's the entire first story arc is just trying to figure out what her name is.
Cool.
Yeah, I just like the idea of the difference between a name and a title. The title you're given and a name is actually your identity, and there's power.
Oh. Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Got a lot.
And
thank you.
And who's that under you, Bob?
Who's where under where? Who?
Under you. Who's
above? God, Bob, get off of Mia.
Above
I am
Mia.
Oh,
Hey, that's. I don't know why my screen is so tiny. Mia. Yeah, she's above me.
Yes.
So
I didn't know we were all in the same order on everybody's screen.
Yeah. I didn't either.
what are we looking at here?
So this is a page for one of the my clients who commissions me to do his webcomic. The comic is called Merely Players, which you can find on Tablet.
Are you allowed to show this?
Yeah, he allows me to show it.
Oh, okay.
Can you say the name again?
Merely Players. I can
Merely,
put it
okay.
in the private chat because it's also a common phrase. So let's see. Let's get in the
Trevor Nielsen.
StreamYard chat.
I like the lines. It's so.
All right, I'll copy that into the comments.
You got a lot of fun
Me-
shapes in there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you coloring it as well?
No, I'm actually not. I just do black and white. Like these are older pages, and I am blocking out the text, so there's some spoilers that you won't get. But, yeah, I just work in black and white.
See, at least she's smart enough to know that. Not me. I'm showing the end of the damn book like an idiot.
It was just a flash of it, though. I didn't.
That's all right. You don't know people. People pause. Like, oh, look at that. Bring it up. Like, I do it all the time.
You know, Steve, in fairness, I feel like you have quite a bit of content that it leads up to that point. So
It does. It does. Thank you. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Bob. You made me feel better. Thank you. Oh man, that's nice, man. That is,
Thank you.
where are you located? If you don't mind me asking.
Like.
right now.
Where do you live?
I live everywhere. No, I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So, in the United States.
We're all in North Carolina in spirit.
Never been. No, never been.
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
Did you get lost?
Yeah, I got lost on my way to North Carolina. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Oh, what an awesome
man.
city! What an awesome place Brooklyn is. My buddy lives there. He's an art director for some firm. I don't know what it is, but it's a neat place. Nothing quite like it.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. Matter of fact, I moved back into my old neighborhood actually a couple of years back. So my dad lives down the block. But this is where I honed my skills and everything else. So can I ask you, well, we know Jason's story, but when did you guys finally know that you wanted to get into comics? Like, what was the point that you said, okay, you know what? This is it. I want to do this. We'll start with Bob. Oh, you said,
Bob
said, I'm just doing this for fun.
Are we making comics?
Wait, what? Is that what we're doing?
There was actually a moment in the 90s where I was supposed to get hired by an up-and-coming big name that I will not name because I feel embarrassed, but to do some inking. And I was in early college and I was an idiot. And so basically I missed my plane and they told me not to bother trying to get on the next one.
Oh, wow.
But that was when I really, because I was collecting and I was always kind of an artist and I mess around and I learned how to draw from tracing comics, but I never really thought that I would be a comic artist. I'm a big fan of tracing, by the way. That's an entirely different episode. We should totally talk about tracing. Just learning by tracing is like the big thing ever. Anyway, that's how I learned. But
I got no problems with shortcuts.
I kind of screwed up my life at that point, and I never thought that I'd get back into it again because I kind of thought I blew my shot. But then I got into actually graphic design, and it's led me back into the idea that I could actually get, something down in a book and enjoy. I did a kid's book, and that was different than this. I love it. I wrote it to myself, and then I published it. But
nice.
This is different. This one is more my fantasy side. That one was about self-esteem. So yeah, I enjoy it. But that's how I got into comics. I've never finished one of my own ever. This will be the one. I'd work on everybody else's stuff.
There we go. There we
Nice.
go. It was all leading up to this. That's all it was. It was all leading up to this book, which I'll probably end up buying. Mia?
Well, I kind of accidentally got into comics. Like growing up, my dad had comics and like I would read them, but it was more about like I guess the stories and the like it was superhero stuff. So you know the characters. But I guess maybe like 4 years ago, people started commissioning me to do comics, and then I was like, well, I guess this is what I'm doing because it just kept on happening.
So you just fall into a career like, oops.
Yeah. But I have a heart for like characters and telling stories, and comic is probably the best way to portray that without like getting into animation or things like that. So
right,
yeah,
that's dope.
Stumbled in.
Yeah.
Who's that under me?
That's me.
Hey, what were you hiding? Like,
Hi. I'm on an iPad. It's lame. I can't share what I'm working on.
He said it's lame.
My story is I'm on an iPad and I got one and I better make something with it because it was expensive.
That's why I don't mess with Apple. Wow, that's his work.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
it's so tiny I can't date. Oh, Dreamside.
I'll draw bigger next time.
Yep.
What is your what's your name? I'm sorry, I can't see it.
I'm Dave.
Okay, Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
Bob, Dave, Steve. Very easy names to remember.
Yep.
And
Bob,
Jason.
Dave,
All right.
You know, it's I'm telling you, it's that single.
Oh, that's
syllable
gorgeous.
thing.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. You colored them yourself too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
well.
it's mostly towards like kids.
Yeah, I mean it's a funny thing because it's that project. So there's two different projects here. The one that Jason just had up was it's kind of a cross between an illustrated book and a comic. Speaking of which, Jason, I wanted to chat with you a little bit about formatting because I took I was really enjoying the layout with Cithra, and one of the things I've been debating behind is whether or not to use word bubbles. And I've been debating that for the longest time, but it was always narrative text in there, and I love the way you integrate word bubbles into there. So if I end up trying that out, don't hate me. But it's an inspiration anyway. But yeah,
I'm gonna be stealing mad stuff from Jason, so it's all right. Don't worry.
Okay. I don't plan to steal mad stuff, so I think we're okay. But yeah,
just take it. He don't care. He doesn't care. Just take it.
But yeah. I don't know. I mean, for comics, it was actually. I mean, you're gonna hate the sound of this, but I was out in. I'm one of those guys that doesn't really care about the medium so much as I just want to have control over a story. And the format doesn't really matter to me. I started in animation and then moved into video games, and now I'm doing comics. And where the comics actually came in was I had written a screenplay for a project. It was called Dreamside, and all the way back in 2004. It's a very old story. Really old story, and I remember pitching it. It's a long story, but I had a chance to talk with a financier, someone who's involved in finance with Paramount Pictures at one point, and I said, "Hey, how do you?" I was young, and I said, "How do you get like Paramount to make a movie based on an idea?" And he's like, "We won't." And I said, "Well." I'm like, well, it's done, right? I mean, stuff doesn't just appear. Like, it's had to start somewhere. And he said, and I remember him telling me at the time, he said, all right, well, I'll tell you what. If you were to pitch a project to Paramount Pictures, and at least one person in the room recognizes the characters, then there's a fair chance that they'll want to option your work. And I thought, oh, okay, well, let's see, how do I do that? I'm like, how about a book? And he's like, that's great, go make a book and then come back. I said, okay, and that's how I started making books. but
you went the opposite direction of most people.
Yeah,
we're trying to get the book to break into the movies. You're going.
I went backwards. I started in animation. Well, no, because you just prioritize what's important to you. And in the case in the case of that, it wasn't so much about it being animation. I mean, I miss working with music. I really, really like
the combination of music and pictures. That's a tough thing to lose. But at the same time, what's most important to me is that, and this is not knocking group projects in any way. It's just a different beast. But, when you work on something alone, it's just a different creation. It's like making a painting. Nobody looks at a painting and assumes it had 20 artists, and it's the same thing for me when I look at a book and I say, hey, I want to make a painting. It just happens to be 140 pages long, and it's just a different type of work of art. And so, comics are great because they allow that to happen in an actual releasable format, without it having to cost a ton of money and without needing a huge team of people.
Absolutely. Jennifer asked, how did I get into comics? I got into comics like most people get into comics, like most kids. One of my first books I picked up with my own money was X Factor. And I always wanted to collect the X-Men books, but by that time they were already up to like issue 100 something, 200. So I was like, I'm not buying number one. I don't have house money. So I said, all right, let me go, let me look at, and I saw X Factor. So I started reading X Factor, and then Walt Simonson took over, and he blew me away. And I was like, wow, and then I started looking at his stores and all these different artists. And then me and my friends started playing, I don't know if you guys did the Marvel role-playing game. And and
not on purpose.
But we started playing it, but you had to come up with a story like this on the fly every day, and you're campaigning with like 5 or 6 or 7 different people. So I had to come up with stories like this on the fly, and now that's how my brain works. So then I started, I wanted to do my own comic book like most kids did, but it didn't work out. And I had stories upon stories, and then I was supposed to get into short films. So I wanted to ask myself, I said, how do you write a script? So I said, what movie do I know backwards and forwards? So I said, The Dark Knight Returns. I know that script. I know that story. So then I started, I looked it up online, and my friend printed out the whole entire script for me. So I read it cover to cover, and I was like, oh, that's how that works. That's how this works. That's that scene. And I started doing that. Short version of it, the whole movie thing, short film thing didn't work out. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take all these scripts and make them to comics. And then fast forward to dealing with an artist and got into it with an artist, and that's when I decided I was gonna do everything myself. And I figured out a way to do it, and how to do it quickly and the way I want it to look. And that's pretty much my story. The Cure for Utopia is a 30-year-old story.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's just evolving, and that's what I want to ask you guys. Like, with your story, like Bob, with the story that you're working on, do you, and this could go across the board for everybody, do you find yourself, because I find myself kind of tracking off of the script that I wrote, to
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I kind of deviated from the script a little bit as I'm drawing it. Do you guys feel like you doing that sometimes? Like you have something written down, but the visual of it is kind of changing everything.
Yeah, I think you might not have been here in the initial part of the stream, because that was like what I led with.
Okay.
A whole rewrite, and then I noticed a bunch of pages that kind of don't match my rewrite. So
right.
And I like the rewrite, so I'm going to go through the pain of fixing some of those, completely redoing actually some of those panels. It's worth it. So yeah, I definitely changed my mind about the name.
Yeah, I definitely changed a lot, like towards the end of the story, because of the visuals, the way that everything's just looking. And I was like, oh man, this looks amazing going this way. Let me go that way. Let me go this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh no, Jennifer, I started off as an artist. I sat there just sitting there on the board, just drawing for hours on end. And my mother would come downstairs and be like, "Are you coming home? Are you coming upstairs for dinner anytime soon?" I'm like, "Nope." And she would bring the plate down, and I would eat there, and I would sit there and draw. I'd be at work. I used to work at a bank, and I would sit there and on my downtime and draw. And and come up with characters and stories. And I'm still doing that. And that's why, honestly, why I'm getting Jason's book, so I can get back into the traditional art of just drawing and stuff. But I'm able to do it this way. Like the way you see the character, those are actually my drawings on top of the texture maps. Mm-hmm. So I actually bring it I bring the texture maps into Clip Studio and just draw right on top of the texture maps, and then just bring it right back into Post and then wrap the texture around the faces.
Yeah,
cool. So it makes it so much easier for me, because then that way I don't have to keep drawing the face over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You know, so, and like I said, I could go into different angles and this, so it works for me.
Okay.
Who's the next one? Who's supposed to answer this question next?
I think that's all of us.
That's all of us, except for Jason. Well, we all know Jason's story.
Jason's in the comics? Oh.
Yeah, Jason loves comics, boy.
Ow! I got a cat on my lap and he's stabbing me.
That's a good song. That's like the intro to a song. Right there. I got a cat on my lap and he's stabbing me.
I can't.
I feel bad because he's really old and he's blind, and I don't want to like put him down because then he doesn't know where he is.
That's a good excuse for the abuse. It's like, he's really old. He likes to stab people, but he's really old.
That's the second part of the song. He's really old.
I'm thinking the same thing.
That's why I let him keep stabbing me and stabbing me and stabbing me.
He's really old.
I'm bleeding. It doesn't matter. Oh God, I can't, man. I can't.
Nothing like a cat. Nothing like a cat.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. I hear you, man. Jason, you said, I believe you were gonna send me a while back, like the what is the layout, how you laid out in what the hell's that name of that program? The Adobe program.
Photoshop?
Not Photoshop. The other one. The layouts.
Yeah, InDesign is the layout one.
InDesign. I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
InDesign. Yeah, InDesign. Because I just wanted to see like your process in InDesign and how you laid it out inside of there.
Yeah. Okay. I totally forgot.
Yeah, me too. It just literally popped in my brain when I was looking at these pages.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, you get a chance, I'll email you, and I just wanted to see the layouts and see how you was doing it, because I'm still a student of all this. I'm learning, but what I love is that, because I have a degree in web design and graphics, and I went to school for, and everything that I've done has cultivated to this moment. Like everything that I've helped people with, I've done music videos and music, and I've done music, I've done a bunch of other things, and I've done video editing, and I think all of that will help me once it's time for me to promote this book. Like everything is just gonna come. Like I want to put together, if I can, like a short little animation style. Like you see and I don't know if anybody's into Japanese animation when you were growing up, but I love the intros. Like the intros just give you like little glimpses of the story, and there's a nice music going in the background, and it's like I was like, oh, I think I want to do that. I'm going to try to anyway.
You got a lot of art to pull from that too.
Yeah. So
in fact, you have so many pages. In fact, you could literally make an animation just flipping through the pages.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You can. But I don't know if I'll see how well this is received from everyone. Because honestly, I'm doing this. I'm doing this for me.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be, like I said in the last stream with Jason, I just can't be one of those shoulda, woulda, coulda people. You know, I don't want to be the old man sitting there. I used to comic books. Nobody's seen it. Like I don't want to be that guy.
I'd be okay with coulda, but not shoulda or woulda. I could do coulda. If I was a coulda guy, I'd be all right with it.
Yeah. I gotta just get this done. And what I love is that people come up to me and ask me about the book. I don't even know them, you know, and they're just like, hey, when is this thing coming out? And I'm like, listen, it's just me by myself. You know, still got a job, still got a family, still got everything I got to do. So everything's got to get done in time. And slow motion's better than no motion.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I admire your mind because I don't know how you not only keep all those files organized, but also manage that with a teenager and everything else that comes with that.
Thank you.
That's that is quite impressive.
Thank you. It's because it's something that I want. Like I want this to kind of capitalize, like bounce over my whole career. Like, you know, right now I have a career. It's nice, it's good, whatever. But it's not what I want with the rest of my life. It's nothing what I want for the rest of my life. Like I'm gonna be 47 in a couple of days, and like like 2 weeks from now, and by the time I'm 50, I just want to work for me. I just want to just do everything for me. Like I was telling Jason, I admire him, what he's doing. You know, I saw the problems he had with Sithra with the print, and I know he was pulling his hair out. I mean, I don't have that problem anymore. He was pulling his hair out, and he was going crazy. He was going crazy about all the books he had to, you know, scrap and throw out because of the condition and what's going on. But like I told him, I was like, but that's a problem I wouldn't mind having because it's my problem. It's not somebody else's. It's not a boss yelling at me because the print messed up and this, that, and the other, which has nothing to do with me. But this printer messed up and you're yelling at me now because of it. I'm like, no, I'm good with it. So if that's a problem, I'm willing to have it. I'm willing to have it. So hopefully by the time I'm 50, you know, I'll have the dream studio that I dream about. I want to create something like Image Comics, and I know guys that are artists. I know guys that are creators, and you know, they just need a platform, something that they to take off to promote them. And like the guy who runs my comic book store, he tells me all the time, he's like, yo, you have a mind for promoting. That you promote the hell out of everything. I'm like, if I believe in it, I will promote the nonsense out of it. You know, so I definitely hope to God I get to that level. And,
you seem like a good person to know then.
Oh yeah. Like I honestly, if I like your work, if my whole thing is I don't want to invest in things. I want to invest in people. And if I believe in your work and stuff, if I'm comfortable at home already and my money is good, whatever, and I'm good, I have no problem investing in someone else. I don't need to make my living off of you. You understand what I mean? Like if you know, I could recoup my money back a little bit, you know, fine, whatever. But if I believe in your book, let's get it out there. Let's push it to the masses. Let's see where it can go. Why not? Why not? Because you never know. You never know what book can take off. And just like the other, even the one Jason's doing right now. This is something he did in high school as for fun. Now he's putting it out as an actual book. This may be the book that takes off for him. Mm-hmm. And everybody be like, what? You know, like he has these other books. He got Sithra, he's got these beautiful other books, whatever. But this may be the one. It may be the one that you didn't even think of that everybody loves. It may be the one you hate. The story you hate the most. You be like, I didn't like this story, but everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you just never know. So just keep. I have like after this book, I have like 11 other scripts that I've written. You know, my next book, my friend wanted me to do. I tossed it up. It's either the sequel to this, or it's a book I'm working on called "My Neighbor Kills People for a Living," and and it's a story that I love like twists at the end of stories. So it's a great book, and my one of my best friends, he read it and he was just like, yo, bro, because it was one of those scripts that I had to put together for a short film I wanted to do, and it never came out, so I'm gonna turn it into a comic. And he was like, he read it and he was like, yo, I love this book, you need to put it out as a book. So that might be my next project after this. And then I'll come back to this world. I'll probably just take a break from this world, and then I'll come back to this one.
Yeah. My Neighbor Kills People for a Living. You should make a sequel that's My Neighbor Kills People for Fun,
And then the third one is my neighbor's retired, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. My neighbor's retired from killing people for a living. Just see all the killers just sitting at old folk home. That's not a old folk home you want to go into.
Well, listen, folks, I got to get running.
David, thank you.
Yeah, I think. Dave.
Yeah, thanks. It was a lot of fun. It was good to meet you all. It was a lot of fun to chat.
You too.
If you're insane enough to have me on again, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Talk
Hit me
soon,
up
everybody.
Hit me up on Instagram.
All right. Well, I'll find you. I'll just find you from your Jason Brubaker hate YouTube video. It's the hate of Jason Brubaker that brings everyone together.
It brings us all closer together. It's just hate.
Oh, I can't leave like that. I love you, Jason. I love you. All right. Okay, off we go. All right. Bye-bye.
How much longer are you gonna be on, Jay?
Until I get hungry enough to.
Well, it's not. What time is it over there?
It's about 2:18.
It's almost. It's 4:18 here.
It's what?
It's 4:18 here.
14. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours ahead of you.
I'll need to go home and eat lunch pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be a great feeling to just leave home and work in solitude. I don't have that. I have to wait for everybody to go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't work from home. I have my studio, but I run home for lunch and then come back.
So how much time do you actually put it in a work day? 8 hours?
Well, right now, since it's kind of summery. I mean, the kids are still in school, but we have to homeschool.
Right.
We all get up around. Well, the kids get up around 8:30, and so I'll take off around 9 or sometimes 9:30, and then I'll stay until about 6 here. So,
okay.
You're gonna have to do the math for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
it wasn't my best subject.
Oh, no.
I don't draw the whole time though, because there's a lot of time that you just got to do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Right, because it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's a business. So the business end of it, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That's cool though. I wish I had a spot. I'm hoping that when we do purchase the house, I'll be able to build an office space for myself and lock it up. I have retinal scanner and handprints and nobody going in there. Teenage free. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I need one of those. So Jason, once you finish this particular story, are you done with Photoshop, or you gonna still have it around?
I might retire it for sure. I'm pretty sure I'll retire it after this one because I'll try to retire it before Phobos is even done, actually, too. Because I'm ready to be done with it as much as I can. It's just there's things I can do with the coloring and the gradients and the whatever that it's just so much more natural for me to use Photoshop. So
yeah.
So you might just use Photoshop strictly just for coloring.
Maybe
because you're used to it.
Yeah, because I'm used to it.
Yeah, I'm still working on that coloring thing. That's a whole different beast. I don't know. My brain doesn't function like that. Like I applaud those who draw and color. My God, that is some hard stuff. Mine look like mud when I'm done. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
No, I typically wind up using Photoshop for the coloring and whatnot because they're just I won't even try. I don't have time to try and learn another software for that purpose.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
I think since you guys know Photoshop so well, you jump right into Clip Studio, and especially the way they changed the interface. Like it's very Photoshop friendly.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times. I mean, they actually have some tools that are pretty awesome for comics. You know, they cut out entire clicks and whatnot, and they have a paint tool that is by far better than anything that Photoshop has. It's just, I think it's the textures that I want to use that I don't know how to work into here. The textures is really why I keep going back to, like, I do a little comic for somebody who I've been doing for years now, and every time I use a particular texture that I cannot figure out how to get into this program. So I just keep going back to it. I can't be hard figuring out how to move it. I will do it. I just, Lord knows I have time on my hands, but
I love this program.
I've kept busy because it seems like there's a lot of my clients were, now that they're at home or whatever, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with their life, and so then they want a lot of graphic design and illustration stuff. I turn one guy's entire staff into superheroes because they're still working during this whole thing, and he wants to like highlight the fact that they're heroes, and I'm like, that's fun. So he sent me a whole bunch of images of them.
Do you have that image? Can you show it?
I do somewhere.
He said somewhere.
Let's see. Gosh, it's not.
Just put him on the spot. Bong here. Let me see it.
I will find it. It isn't good yet, but I went ahead and okay. Come on now. All right, here we go. So essentially,
let me get your screen. Where is it?
Oh, it ain't great, but here we go.
Ping.
Oh, nice.
That's how far I've come into. I mean, I wanted to have fun. Some of them had like a real attitude when he was standing there, so I kind of made him. He didn't be at his hand, so I'm going to do that.
Nice.
Nice. This dude here has such a goofy look. I'm like, I'm gonna make him into some kind of, I don't know what he is. I'm channeling some stuff. She's gonna be like floating in midair and disappearing.
Are you gonna do is this the only one you're doing, or are you gonna do a group shot where they're all like kind of standing in the superhero pose?
She doesn't want to pay me to do a group shot. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, okay. This is the best you getting, homie.
Yeah, all right. He's a good man. He'll kill me if I try and charge him.
That's dope. That's dope, though. That's nice. And that, you said that was his idea?
Yeah, he hit me up with. It's like, I know you can do it, but try and keep it under 6 hours, okay?
Yeah, I've turned down a lot of work. I was like, listen, I ain't got time for none of you people. I had so much people hitting me up. One person wanted me to illustrate a children's book for them, and I was like, dude,
how come?
Have time.
Oh, you just don't have time.
I don't have time. I work. I'm still at work. I still have to leave here. I work. What is it? Tuesday through Saturday, and then I come home and I have to take care of the family, and then I have to turn around and find little niche of time to do stuff like this. Like my wife was like, she saw me just now. She was like, "Oh, you getting on?" I was like, "Is Jason on?" I was like, "Yep, Jason's on. Gotta go." So she's in the other room right now, just talking. Oh yeah, she knows Jason. Like
I'm
ruining. They talk on the phone. She's like, because I talked to her. I'm like, "This is how I want my book, babe." See, my wife backs me up, but like, my wife is one of those people that, when it comes to the vision of things, she's one of those people like, 9 to 5, get a check, get a great job. That's it. She doesn't see it beyond that, which is fine. And I have no problem. I have a friend like that. He works for Apple. He's very content with his life. He's like, I'm good. He goes, I could die tomorrow. I'm fine. I'm like, okay.
Well, he does work for Apple. I mean, that's.
He works in the Apple store, not for Apple. Yeah. He's a tech guy for Apple, but he's happy. He used to work for 911, and he quit immediately. He was like, yeah, I'm done with this. And now he works for Apple, and he's content. He's happy. But I'm not that person. I just never was that person. You know, I wish I had thought of this when I was in my 20s, but it's all right. I will be okay.
Oh, if I was thinking, I would have actually streamed today. Next time we do this, I'll do my stream on your stream. We'll have like this stream thing going on. Nobody will be able to tell what's going on.
Can you do that? Can you stream on your channel while you're on mine?
Yeah, it just won't. Like it won't hook up to yours. It'd be basically like just everybody be watching what's happening on my screen right now. It wouldn't be anything.
Oh,
my camera would
okay,
go through and overlay part of your screen. It'd probably be chaos, but it'd be a fun experience.
So nobody would be able to hear the conversation. They'd just hear your side of it.
I would set up. I could turn off the desktop audio and only have. They'd still hear it, but they wouldn't have it out of sync because it would definitely be out of sync.
Yeah. Okay.
They'd still hear everything.
We would all pause like Anthony.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be funny. It'd be a fun experiment. I don't know that I've seen a whole lot of that happen.
That would be dope.
I don't get a ton of viewers. It's just mainly for fun. But
no, that's the same thing. I have a YouTube channel, and it's just for fun. The last video I just uploaded an unboxing I did recently, and before that, it was like 8 months ago. Because I can't do both. It's ridiculous. I can't. It's either the book. I got a bunch of CDC slabs for the first time, and it was amazing. Some nice grades. I got my favorite one was the New Mutants 98 at a 9.8. So that book came out beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
I'm doing it because God forbid something happens to me. I have this massive collection. If my wife has to get rid of it, you know, I don't want nobody robbing her. You know, like, oh look, New Mutants 98. I'll take it for $2.
Right?
No, you won't. This book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she doesn't know anything about these books and stuff. So I'm just trying to think ahead of the game a little bit. But yeah, I unboxed that stuff, and I just had fun with it. I did it I put it on my Instagram initially, and then I said, hey, let me just put it on my YouTube. I got a couple of people hit me up about it.
Hey guys, input here. Where do you think I should have the light source for this? It's kind of the middle of the day inside the castle, so it doesn't have to be anything specific. I'm just trying to figure out what would be interesting.
I like when you do like really directional stuff, like it's coming.
Yeah.
I think it would be awesome if it hit the chest and face of your monster.
Yeah, I was about to say
and his show, and it would just be, yeah. And then you could probably cast a really cool shadow on that ladder on her in the back too.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So like a directional like this.
Yeah.
And then hit it with white hot lights.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You're saying?
I knew you'd figure it out like right away. Somebody else go.
So
that helps.
He's pressing the button to control the creature, or
he's trying to take a blood sample, and so he's making
he's doing all of this just to take a blood sample. That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yes, to show how inhumane the working conditions are in this place.
Oh, he said, I need some blood. Let me let this Kraken hold you real quick. That is so dope. That is funny. And Jay, are you writing these as you go? You have a written script for these, or you just going?
Well, I've written most of it. Like,
okay,
especially this first, probably 500 pages are pretty thought through because I've rewritten them so many times. And,
right.
And then as it goes, it's about a page or so that I've written bullet point lists for the 50-page chunk. So it's
right.
Not a lot, but it's the main stuff is there, and then I just kind of let myself run wild with it as I'm working on it as well. Right. So, for instance, this scene I kind of threw in last minute to just just make it a little bit more interesting because there was so much stuff that was just happening with conversations.
Right.
I wanted to give it a little bit more action and show some of the working environments. And so this lasts for about 10 pages or so, where he gets his blood sample and runs off and he's like, thanks. And then
and just leaves him to fight the Kraken. So I love it. But that's what I was saying. Like the visuals as you're going somehow brings the story more to life, because then you take turns. Like you said, you added this one. This one wasn't really part of it. It was just you felt it needed it, and I think it adds so much more to the story, because now that comedic tone is just like, oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's dope. That is dope.
It's fun, and it keeps me entertained too. So I'm enjoying the process of discovering what it is that I'm working on, and how the story is going to unfold, and and so it keeps me really excited about it, because if I've had something in mind for years and years and years, it's sometimes difficult to have that same excitement as the moment you discovered it,
right?
And so to put in it, and luckily it doesn't take too long to do these pages, so as long as I'm excited, I can put in that time and get it cranked out,
Right. The excitement only takes you so far, right?
Sorry?
How the excitement only takes you so far.
Yeah.
So you've waited a long time with this, so it's been a lot of hard work and excitement.
No, absolutely. I understand what Jason is saying, because like when you have that story in your brain and it's just constantly there, and you just have to get it out. You're still excited. Like with my story, Cure for Utopia, I've had it, like I said, over 30 years, this story, and it's evolved so much, but I needed to get this out on paper, and it excites me every day when I see it just come into life. Yeah. And I'm just like, wow. And then I already know I'm going to be just floored when I see the color, because the colorist, I actually put a quick story. I put a little snippet of one of the panels on this Facebook group for colorists, and I put it up there. He took it down in 10 minutes, put it back up, and I was like, wow, holy crap. But then I went through a couple of other people, and I was like, oh no, oh God, no, oh no, oh Lord Jesus, no. And then I went back to him, and I was like, please listen. I pleaded with him, please listen. I got this much money. Can we do something about your price? And we negotiated and found a nice, comfortable middle. And I really can't wait to get these pages colored. Like, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I guess when I was thinking excitement, I'm thinking more flash in the pan, but like still being thrilled by the idea is different. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I get you.
Yeah, it's just the idea of it. You just gotta be just hungry for it every day. Every day. Once I'm not anymore, I'll quit doing this. Mm-hmm. I'll stop and move on to something else. But every day, like, I love coming home and thinking, like, even at work, like when I get a second, I think about it, and I'm like, okay, how I'm gonna change this page, how I'm gonna do that, and how I'm gonna incorporate. Like, there's this one page that was supposed to be two separate panels, and I accidentally merged them together, and it created one big splash page, and I was like, oh, this is gorgeous, and I kept it just like that.
Nice.
So, and like right now, like I said, I'm breaking panels everywhere, so I don't even care. I'm just having fun with it. And a lot of people are asking me, like, one person asked me, they were like, how do you know how to do the stories and do the panels and stuff? And I'm like, I've been reading comics my whole life. I've been not even realizing I've been studying this stuff my entire life, and how to read it, how you're supposed to read it. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is someone going to have problems with it? Probably. Am I going to get backlash? Yeah, I'm expecting it. But it's like, so what? If honestly, to tell you, do I want to sell millions of copies of this book? I would love to. But if only 2 people buy my book, that's fine. As long as I got it out and I can say I did it and I got it out, that's perfect for me.
Yeah. I wish I moved as fast as Jason.
It's fast.
We all wish we moved as fast as Jason.
You move line. That's good. You got a good pace.
He does. He uses that tool very quickly for the shadows. Yeah, the lasso tool very quickly.
Yeah, because that's.
I mean, I've usually I'll block in. I've used to just use it to block in shapes like DreamWorks, and then I'll go to clean it up, and it'll be like it doesn't look as good as my real blocked in shapes do. And so then I just got used to just blocking it in, and that's what it is, you know.
Yeah, but it's your style now.
Yeah.
Like you own that style now. Like it definitely, like you can tell, like as soon as I see it, like when I picked up shapes, you know, you like I'm walking through the comic book store and I see shapes. Oh, speaking of which, I got to email Bob. I think I lost his email somewhere for those books. But I picked up shapes and I'm looking through it. I'm like, this is Jason. You can see your style immediately.
Yeah.
I love that one curl of his tentacle in the upper left.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. There's a comic. I loved the style of it back in the 90s called Trencher. I think it was an Image.
Yes. Yes, I remember that. It was during that whole Image thing. Yeah.
Where they overprinted everything. But that that little curl. I don't know why. That's just none of the rest of it. Not. But I don't know why that.
Because it's the way what I think it is. It brings your eye to the rest of it. So it's like that little negative space in between there just kind of floats you to the other side. It's you know, I don't know if you're doing all this stuff on purpose, Jason, but like all the little curls of the tentacles and stuff, like they said, it's just enough. Like it's not too much, it's not too little. It's just enough.
Because let's face it, Trencher was unreadable. I mean, like,
yes.
The art style, it was so.
Yeah, a lot of comics that I look back at now that I used to collect, I'll look at them and I'll pick them out and I'll be like, man, this is the worst writing and worst.
But you loved it. See, that's why the thing. And thank you, Jennifer. But see, the thing is that you can't read it the way you read. You can't read it as you now. You got to remember how you were when you were young.
Yeah.
Like if I read some of this stuff, the Image stuff I got, like Wildcats and all this other book, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Because it's just that 90s goodness. It's that everything is extreme and like it's like all the pockets and
pouches.
All the pouches. I love it. I was like, yo, I need a book called Pouches. Like just a pouch, just running around like saving the day.
Hey, there's an entire. I think
Liefeld did that.
Yeah, he did an entire
did he?
Of pouches. You gotta check it out. It's so awesome. It's our way.
I love.
He really owned that, that criticism people had.
Yeah. What are you putting in all these pouches? Like, what is he carrying? What is Cable carrying in all those big pouches? But you see, and a lot of people have a problem with him. I don't know him personally, but a lot of people have a problem with him as a person, whatever, and a lot of people have a problem with his artwork. But for me, it's like, I'm like, yo, this guy, he has a signature style that it's him. Whether you like it or not, it's him.
Did he create Deadpool?
Yes.
He's the co-creator.
He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing it, and a lot of people aren't. So,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you want to create your stuff and then just put it out there and just see what happens. You never know. You just never, like, I did not know, what is that name of that show? It's on Netflix now. It was a really good show. I Don't Think I'm Okay or something like that.
I never heard it.
I didn't think it was a good show. I didn't know it was a graphic novel. I walked into a comic book store, and I saw it on the shelf. I picked it up. The artwork's not even like all that amazing, but It got picked up by Netflix as a show. So
Yeah.
Lock and Key is one that's on Netflix.
yeah, Lock and Key. Yeah, Lock and Key is a great show, and all these
Yeah.
and a great book. Yeah, and you just never know where this will take you. So just I'm doing it for the sake of doing it. Because I want to do it, and that's it. If I get picked up by somebody, great, no problem. But that's not my goal. Yeah. Like a lot of people out here, that's their goal. I wanna be picked up by Netflix or a movie or this and that's great. That's a great goal, but that's not my end all to be all. And if I can't put it out and do it and get somebody to pick it up, I'll figure out a way to do it myself. Like I don't understand why Todd McFarlane, if you want to do this Spawn movie, just do a Kickstarter. He's got $2 million for this toy. Have you seen this thing?
Yeah, dude.
$2 million for a toy. You think you can't raise money to shoot a movie?
Yeah, and he's not looking for a lot of money to shoot a movie either.
He isn't. He isn't.
He's like $5 million or something he wants.
But that's the thing. That's the thing I don't like about Hollywood the way it is that you'll make something great. Like, okay, I love the first Deadpool movie. I hated the second Deadpool movie. All right. And my thing is their answer to it is throw money at it.
Yeah.
So you did an amazing movie that made God knows how much money with a limited budget, with a small budget. You do part 2 and you throw money at it. You throw money at it because you think it's going to make it better. If I'm the head of the studio, you're getting the same amount of money that you did for the first one, and you're gonna make a better movie. I may throw you a little more, to spice it up, but I'm not going out the door with it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense because some of the best things come when you're restricted. Some of the best ideas come when you have but this much room to play with, and you think outside the box. But if you have unlimited resources, you're just thinking, let's just do this just for the sake of doing it. Like they threw in all of those characters that they got rid of immediately because they thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. I was like,
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one.
I haven't.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You will be very upset. You'll be very upset. But like right now for me, I don't even watch stuff like that no more. Like I stopped watching sports. I was a big basketball fan, and I stopped watching it because I was like, these guys are living their dreams, and I'm watching them live their dream, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I shut it off, and I'm like, I need to concentrate on my dream and what I want to do. And later on, I'll go watch them on the floor. I'll be able to pay for the floor and watch them later on in life. But these guys are multi-millionaires playing a game that they loved as a kid. How great is that? We play basketball for free as kids. They're getting paid to do it. Why not? That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. And like I told Jason, his time is coming. With his knowledge of the industry and this, that, and the other, I wouldn't be surprised if Jay starts his own like animation business and stuff later down the road, and or something gets picked up, or it's a collaboration between this. Like I wouldn't be surprised. I really won't be.
Yeah. A lot of hard work to get there. Yeah.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a lot of hard work. But when you look back, when you finally get there, you look back and you say, oh man, look what I did. It's great. All the hard work pays off. All of it pays off. Like he's living testimony of this. This guy walked away from Hollywood. Like most people would have been like, are you crazy? Like, are you out of your head? But he did it. He did it. And now, because of that moment, like he could have been a small cog in this big machine, but he's decided to step away. And now because of it, you got all these people like us and all the people in the chat that follow him and this, that, and the other. He's inspiring us to be what we need to be. And then later on, like, let's say one of us to really make it where we think we want to be, where we get to that moment. Trust and believe I get there. I would be like, I like to thank that man right there. And any project Jason wants to fund, I'll be like, let's go. I'll put money behind anything Jason wants to do. I'm like, let's go.
I need to bring Steve on the show so he could just talk good about myself over and over.
Jason, I'm telling you, man, like I would I would fund anything you want because your ideas are different. It's unique in its own way. Like I can see Sithra as an animation, an animated series, or even I would rather it be an animated series because I don't think you could tell it in a movie format.
Yeah.
It's too deep of a story to tell in a 2-hour movie. I would rather see it in a whole series.
Yeah.
Jason, are you still doing that idea where you said you were gonna do the caption with the voiceovers?
I've slowed down on that whole idea of pushing out stuff onto YouTube like that. A friend of mine is still working on a Sithra version, but until that comes out, that's kind of going to test it, I think.
So they're hiring the voice actors and everything, and
yeah,
together for you.
They have their own podcast and usually write their own stories and get friends to help with the voices and all that stuff. And so he's just taking Sithra and converting it to that format and getting
nice
voices and all that stuff.
Nice. So, I'm definitely going to. I'll jump on that. Huh. That is nice. That is nice.
I'm just real curious how it's all going to turn out and how it's going to sound and.
Are they going to do some motion or is it just going to be straight stills?
Well, the visuals will all be me. So they're doing a podcast, and then I'm going to take it and put it on my YouTube channel. So it's as much.
Okay.
So I will figure it out once I get to that point with it. Once I get to the episode, start figuring out how I'm going to put it on YouTube.
Yeah, I messed up her eye so bad. Come on now. What?
But my finances, all the Sithra money I had, we ended up spending a lot more on other things like our roof getting redone and different things, and so it kind of
that's important.
Gave me a little bit more pressure.
He said that's important. Having a roof over your head, yeah, that's a little important.
So, but it ate up half of our bills that I was planning on using for this year, and so it kind of put the pressure on a little bit more to not do extra things and just focus on getting the projects done.
Right.
And so I've kind of put off a lot of the YouTube ideas that I was really thinking I would be doing. And I'll get to them, but it's just, right now it's getting books done again. And until something really lands and goes big, cognitive drawing's going good, but it's not going to pay me for, a year after the campaign's done, like I was hoping Sithra would, and that's when it's finally I don't have the stress of the monthly bills, and I can just focus on getting these next big projects done. But that's no longer there anymore, So, but that's the dream that everyone has, I think, with their projects, is to have one go big enough to where you can kind of just use that money to make the next project.
Right.
Absolutely.
Not have to worry about bills every month.
Yeah, definitely. That's the dream. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That is the goal. That is the goal to get paid to do what you love, and don't have to worry about it and just keep cranking out stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys are pretty driven. I'm pretty happy to just be able to do it now. I mean, a ton of money on an option or something rarely crosses my mind. I'm just really not that driven, not motivated by money at all.
Oh no, but it's not about being driven. It's not about being driven about money. It's the financial freedom.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It doesn't have to be millions upon millions of dollars. It's just like Jason said, you pay your bill.
Yeah.
You pay your bills and you don't have to worry about the bills.
Yeah, either these comics are going to pay it, or I'm going to just have to be doing other people's work,
Right.
To pay the
Yeah.
bill. And I've done that for a long time, so I know how to do it.
Yeah.
And I've definitely thought about going back and knocking on certain doors and people have asked me, hey, you want some freelance work, and it would pay really good. And I love the idea of being able to pay off my bills and my debts and different things like that.
Mhm.
But I know it just put all this stuff on hold that I'm really excited to have the chance to actually release now.
Right.
So that's kind of
Jim said I'm your hype man. Confirmed. I'm a fan. Hey Don, what's good, man? I didn't see Don was in here.
Do we know Don?
Yeah, I like Don's work.
I keep forgetting there's a whole nother feed we're probably not even seeing. Or are all of these live comments coming? Oh, it even has an icon next to it. YouTube.
It's mainly YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
I should throw out my Facebook link. Hey guys, if you have a Facebook, if you actually are one of the 2.5 billion people that are on Facebook, let me throw up my Facebook link. You can find me by going to the Jason Brubaker. I just started a Facebook page yesterday.
Yep.
I got back on Facebook. It's mainly for marketing. I'm not going to go there and hang out.
That's all it is now. That's all I use the internet for.
Yeah. It's I've been convinced to give it one more shot, so I'm gonna try.
Absolutely.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I'm live streaming there at the same time as I'm here. So if anyone would prefer to watch this on Facebook, then feel free. I'm also going to try to get Twitch running at the same time, but I just need to upgrade my streaming thing so I can stream to everybody at the same time.
I suppose I should do that because right now I can only do YouTube and Facebook or Twitch and Facebook. You can't do them all together, so it's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I like the software that I'm using, but so I might have to just check out this. What are you using? Restream?
No, I'm using StreamYard, and it's kind of expensive when you upgrade it. So I'm not sure. I bought a year's worth of it, and I'm like thinking I'll use it because I like having people on the show, and so I can see everybody and show their screens and stuff. And so it's just, I don't know, and it's easy. It's nice. You can throw comments up like this really fast. And it pulls all the feeds from YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and throws them all in one place for me.
Mia, are you doing this kind of thing?
Huh?
I haven't used StreamYard before. I used to use Restream. But lately I just didn't like the idea of being, I guess, spread so thin at the time. So I just did Twitch for a while. But I might use YouTube again if it behaves for me.
Are you on Twitch currently? I'll go find you. I'll
start. I think it's This Is Mia Pet. I can write that in the...
Jennifer asks, I know Jason did webtoons way back then. Any of you, the rest of you, do webtoons?
Nah, I'm not on webtoons.
Nobody's on webtoons here.
I wouldn't mind it, but I never. When I think sequential comics, I still think in pages. I'm that old. I don't know.
You and me both. I don't even read in digital. If I don't have the print, they could drop a book that I want tomorrow digitally, and I will not read it.
Yeah,
I'm just stuck in my ways, man.
This is me. Wait, she just leave.
Yeah, I don't know where she disappeared to.
She's like this party.
These guys are lame. I'm out of here.
Oops! Did I remove you on accident, Mia?
That's what you get.
Oh, See, that's what you get for talking crazy.
No, I clicked login instead of private chat just to.
Oh,
What's that? Okay.
Did you throw something in the private chat? Oh yeah, let me
I
grab
did, yeah.
your Twitch.
Got my Twitch channel. It should be. I guess it's still the Mia Pet.
Yeah, it's them.
Whatever's available.
Oh,
All right.
what the?
I threw Mia's Twitch link in the the comments. So
Thank you.
check her out.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. You
I haven't streamed in a while, but when I do, it's usually just music and then a small group of chat people.
Yeah.
We just work on comics.
Oh, that's
And plus, yeah, I've been pulling onto my streams all the time too. so-
Yes, I've enjoyed that.
Yes. Your own stream.
awesome. Okay, I'm following. Turn them on.
Oh man, it's almost 3. Okay, well, you guys, I'm gonna have to run. Well, I don't have to, but I'm gonna run. And,
Get some food.
get some food.
Absolutely. I got to eat too. Oh shoot, it's almost 5 here. I didn't eat nothing. I
Yeah,
had an orange.
And from coast to almost coast. I mean, you're not really the coast out there, Jason. You're close.
Yeah. A couple states in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm in the Midwest, so I get to be like right in the middle. Well,
Yeah, I'm
All
considering.
right. So let me write everybody's names down here. Bob, Mia. Am I following you, Mia? I think I'm following you.
I think you are. You might be. You should be able to see my other links from Twitch. I try to make sure everything's reachable.
Yeah, I think I am following
Smart
you.
that way.
Let me see. What are you on the Bob? Oh, there's Bob. I'm already following Bob.
nice.
Yeah, I'm already following Bob.
It's a small people.
The cognitive drawing campaign has gone up.
Okay. More
you're-
money, more money, more
If
money.
anyone's watching and you want to learn to draw, I suggest this method. It's Jason approved. No, this is kind of how I taught myself. So I made a little workbook. If anyone wants to really learn anatomy, this one focuses on the male. It's 160 pages, 90 days of worksheets. If you back it at any level, there's the 40-page preview unlocked right now, so you'll be able to download it and actually try it before you get your card charged. We've also unlocked the photo library, so everybody will get that. And then we're close to getting some female pages too, which I'll start working on after the campaign's over. So there you go. Head on over to Cognitive Drawing on Kickstarter.
Do it.
And that's my advertisement for the day.
Yep.
Yay.
Yay!
Don, I'm on Instagram at
Got your link.
s.conge, Cange.
Oh, that's.
And Bob, are you Bob Crumb on Instagram?
I am.
I'll link you too.
Bob Crumb.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You so
I need to-
nice.
Oh, so Mia, I think you have moderator status now, don't you?
Apparently, yeah.
She said apparently.
Okay. So now you can throw links directly into the stream.
Yeah, I'll try and help you out with that.
And Bob, I think you might have moderator status.
Yep. You made that mistake a while back. That
Steve, do you have it? I might have given you.
I do not have it, sir.
You
I
don't?
do not have Molly's status.
From StreamYard. Oh, you're not. You haven't been chatting. Okay, well, I'll try to do it once I log off.
It's fine. It's fine.
Wow. I just disappeared.
Yes, you did. Woo!
There.
I want to thank you all. Thank you so much. You don't know. You guys really inspire me. I go through so much, and I can't wait for everybody's stuff to come out. If you have stuff already, let me know. Send it to me. I have no problem buying it. I love stuff coming in the mail. I mean, right now, the other day, quick story. My wife, the unboxing, I had to wait 4 days in order to do it, to get in the box. And you're not bringing that box in here, clean it out. So yeah. So make sure before you send me stuff, you clean it and
Yep.
put it in the mail, and then I'll definitely do. Bob, you keep this. Yes, at least put an air freshener inside the box. All right, guys.
Plug it. All right.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, guys. It was fun. Inspiration.
It was fun. Absolutely. Take care. Bye.